last we left off, your group arrived at Kirsbal to seek refuge from the vicious jungles below. Struggling to enter but finally getting in, your group sought the leader of the strange bird folk that resided here named Ashara. Introducing yourselves to her and communing with the wind, you learned of the location of Omo and a way to get there, along with the method of powering one of Wolf's siblings. Agreeing to work chores at the monastery for a few days while you planned your trip out to Nangalore, you took quickly to your tasks and spoke with the future young monarchs of Omo. Quickly thereafter, learning of Ashara's overprotective nature, you shortened your visit to Kirsabal and left off to Nangalore. Arriving after a certain chance encounter with a dinosaur magnet, you entered into the beautiful yet dangerous gardens. Carefully navigating the garden, you discovered the current occupant of this place by chance, and spoke with her and her seemingly imaginary husband. Slightly understanding the situation from clues scribed through the garden, you are sure to try to traverse this encounter with care. Though with the knowledge of you needing to steal her husband's ashes, one can't be sure how easily adversity can be avoided. And that is where we begin. Your group currently sits in the precipice of the garden, of which the map I will put you on at this moment. Nangalore. Activate. You sit at the
Remind me
edge.
again, quick. 1 platinum is 10 gold, right?
Yep. You currently sit at a kind of broken patio overlooking this ruined pond with what looks like some statue chunks scattered throughout it at multiple areas. Perhaps some once mighty edifice stood here, dominating the atmosphere, but now it just simply is crumbled into ruin. Currently, Zakalor, you see her, Zalcor, you see her going through and bringing in different drinks and foods, just to have a nice morning kind of tea party of some sort overlooking the garden and the pond for the majority. As she sets things up and cleans up the interior with it's less of her doing the chores. You notice these massive kind of canary-like birds, elbises, that fly in every once in a while and do her bidding. Some managing to sweep using their beaks to hold brooms, and others bringing food and drink of various variety. General servants to Zakalor who don't seem to speak much, though you get the feeling they can speak with how easily they understand Zakalor and Zalcor and vice versa.
What well-behaved trained birds.
Yes, they watch you all with very cautious and almost threatening stares. It's unnerving, but the point stands. With all this taken into effect, everything brought out, your group will begin.
Damn straight,
Everything
I'm
is set.
unnerved to their stomach is the size of my body.
Damn.
Yeah, these birds are massive, by the way, standing, I believe, at roughly 7 to 8 feet tall.
They're fucking taller than Wolf. Hello?
Small
yeah.
suggestion. Don't get eaten.
These
No,
are like
wow.
emus.
Thank you. I
But the
needed
real
that
question,
suggestion.
nerd, are they taller than Doc? Or Dak?
I don't remember how tall he was, so I can't tell you
I
that.
thought he was like 7 something.
It's a good question. Tell me if you find the answer, because I don't know.
Well, I know how to find the answer.
Let's see here. Just I want to quickly check to give you guys some specifics here on the nature of these.
Quick rundown. Don't touch this. You can see what I'm pinging. You don't have a token on the board, so I don't think you can, but...
Is that the no-no square?
Yeah, this is the no-no square. Don't touch that.
Oh, okay, you're on the map. Let me
You mean like that?
Spot there?
Yeah,
quickly
don't
give you
touch that.
Oh, hey, I can see now.
For now, I'll give you a token.
What the
just
fuck
so
is this?
It's a man trap. Your group managed to avoid it.
If I sprinkle cheese in that, can I bake
Elbis,
it?
yeah, Elbis are 8 feet tall. They are massive, intelligent cranes.
How do I pet one of them?
Don't. You don't.
This
We
woman's
got
talking to
construction equipment here
this
already.
woman's talking to spirits in front of us. Like, yeah, don't
Yeah,
touch the birds.
She's a
she
little
does-
schizophrenic.
I was gonna say, as the tables and stuff is brought out, you see an extra chair is pushed to the side with drinks and food next to it. She looks over to the side for a moment and says,
Oh, you've added
"Uh-huh,
elevation to the walls and shit. That's
I
neat.
see. You're not hungry today. All right, you can just be here then. That's all I need." And that's basically it as she looks towards your group. "What brings you to Nangalore,
All right, this is
might
where
I
I'll dip
ask?"
out then. But
Yep. Adios.
do I have to? We have to return to Port Nine Zero before I come buy a giant lizard, right?
Yep.
Okay. You guys have fun. Let me know what shenanigans you guys get into.
I'm
Of
going
course.
to commit several crimes today.
Oh, good.
Oh, that's the hope.
All right then.
That's the whole. I thought
Eat
we.
your turkey, and I'll
Sorta,
see you
guys.
later. See you
Listen,
next
we
time.
need those crimes or we ain't getting paid.
Adios.
Listen,
Right.
if we just perfectly replace the jar, then it's not a crime because they
Oh,
both catch
what?
us.
How
One
long
more
does
thing.
the dino food last for?
Just I'll tell you later. But roughly a day. It's the same as rations.
Ooh, fat gold piece. I'm gonna be broke. All right.
I'll reduce the price overall. I don't know. I have to double check it because I could be wrong. Just worry about it
Well,
later.
if the dinosaurs can baylay
Worry
it
about
by
it
a little
later.
bit, yeah, yeah.
We'll worry about it later. We'll talk about this another time.
There you go.
Anyways, getting into it, she looks towards your group and says, "So, what brings you to my garden? My name is Zalcor, if we have not already introduced."
Sound cool. As we already said earlier, we're looking to acquire a few things from this wonderful place you have here.
Besides the flower, you must have another reason for your appearing. How did you find my garden?
There were. How did we find this place? We were
Oh,
pointed
we
here
were
by
told about.
any
We were told to loot it by Jabal.
by
Yeah.
Jabal. Yeah. Yeah. Um, a local leader of our settlement said that this was a wonderful place. Do some sightseeing perhaps.
She looks at you and with a confused. You can't see her eyes behind the veil, but her head tilts a little bit as she leans in and says, "Settlements? What
Quite a
possible?
ways off, nowhere near here.
Have new settlements begun to pop up in Chult? I
Yes, truly. They work hard.
believe after I left Omu that. Hmm, well, suppose new things are beginning throughout the jungle. I must keep up on the news. Do fill me in about what's transpired since the fall of Omu."
Inspired, not too much as far as I'm aware. Nothing on Schultz anyway. People from
Oh,
elsewhere have come.
so new people have settled the island outside of the island?
Just around the coasts. Nothing inward.
Interesting. Very new. The last person who came through, and she kind of just looks over to the statue next to the vase, they spoke strange when I asked them the same question. They
Hmm.
told me that they come from some sort of tribal place, deeper in the jungle. I
Hmm.
didn't believe them, and then they tried to steal my possessions.
Well, can't say I've heard of any tribal people, but long lives such as ours tend to go by very quickly.
I do not believe the same. I lose track of time day by day,
Wow.
lose track of how many years have passed. She looks over to her side for a moment. You say, "Oh, hundreds. I suppose it has been a while, huh?" And she says, "Oh, sorry, looks back over to your group. So, you want to take one of my locusts, yes?
If that's
Yes,
what
we
the flower's called, yeah.
It is one of my prized possessions here in the garden. One of the last, well, rather, it was a gift given to me by, and one second, Thirutaya. A long time ago, you see, I did something terrible. I injured him grievously. She looks to her side for a moment as if someone else is saying something, butting into the conversation. She says, "Yes, but that is the case, isn't it?" Well, regardless of that fact, we managed to make amends for it. She hugs her side, the air.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Schizophrenia.
If you have any seeds from it, I could make you more.
Oh no, my apologies, but such a plant is very rare and I don't believe it bears seeds.
Hmm.
None that I have found. I was only able to grow the one, and it didn't seem to produce any seeds afterwards. However, it's lasted many years, longer than I expected it to. Longer than some of the trees have lasted.
It's truly a shame the exceptionals never seem to leave something of equal value behind.
As it would be. But it would not be easy for me to part with such a gift, I must admit. I guess up to this point, she'll start eating and drinking her food. To give a reference to it, it looks very, very similar to the way it works is the Albus seem to come out and bringing a giant pitcher with them as they go along and pour each of you, including her, drinks from that same pitcher. She will quickly drink first and begin eating a very vegetable-heavy plate of food, things you see around the garden. Some things that you don't imagine are probably edible, like flowers and stuff, decorate the dish, but some that your group can immediately recognize, or rather, I'll say your guide, Shago, will look at cautiously and recognize as being poisonous.
I mean, that is not particularly surprising.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I feel like this is inedible.
The rest of the food looks edible, though it seems that some flowers that he points out to you are very not edible.
Well, I'm going to try
Um.
and eat everything except for that to keep up the etiquette.
I don't suppose there's any way to very discreetly cast Purify Food and Drink.
Unless you can distract her momentarily long enough to cast a spell now.
God
Look, your
damn it.
husband's ashes. Ah!
No! That would be very bad.
Unless you got any ideas.
I don't know. I mean, Wolf is physically here. I know he's not here in the call, but Wolf is here physically. I could, like, temporarily sit in his feathers and just...
Well, the downside of the spell, it's very... It's fairly obvious, the casting of it. It gives off a magical aura, and now that I think about it, actually, because I didn't think about this in the first place, the Elvis have a very close watch from multiple angles on this table. So, you imagine it would not be easy to get away with it.
Okay, well... some bits of this are edible. I can eat the bits that are edible, at least.
I'm just gonna... Lucian will follow along Shago's guide, and I'll follow his from the side of the table.
You just gotta simply follow the fucking, what are my words? You just gotta keep going with the bit and hope she reaches for him first.
I'm gonna... But Jack, before you say anything, I'm gonna
You'll eat the
assume
poisonous
that...
one.
I'm gonna assume that a lot of these plants are quote-unquote Omu native, so I would maybe know that which ones are poisonous.
Well, the ones that are poisonous are pointed out to you by the guide, so you don't even need
Okay.
to do any guesswork.
Gotcha. What's up, Jag?
Yeah, well, let's hope for the
I'm
best,
gonna
and
try.
I'm
Just don't
gonna
expect me to talk a whole lot unless
just
needed.
follow.
Okay. But yeah, following along and eating and drinking and participating in the hospitality that she offers, I will say make a this to be expected. Make a con saving throw, each of you,
What
Great.
the fuck was that
as
red
you
bird?
as you drink the drink.
Is this? Oh boy, I love poison.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
Then what did these this poison damage?
really is what it is.
Perfect. None of you will take damage. However, Lucian, you are poisoned for the remainder of this journey
That is
in Omu.
What's going on?
perfectly fine by me.
Well, there's my once per encounter crit.
What are we drinking?
Zalcor offered you food and drink. Her poisonous hospitality.
Jesus.
Don't
I'm gonna-
touch that. Do not touch that.
But I won't do. It's
No.
got a big old star on it. It's so inviting.
Yeah, it's the Nesquik jar full of your husband's ashes.
But as you
No?
as you drink it, I'll assume that maybe some of you will cough up or get most of it out of your system before you manage to drink enough for it to be poisonous. This drink it tastes alright and very floral, but bitter, and after you drink a certain amount of it, it
Oh,
almost feels
great.
like
We got
drinking.
hit with the essential oils drink.
I was gonna say, after drinking a certain amount of it, it feels almost like you're drinking perfume, and you have to forcibly put it down for how strong it gets.
Those.
My grandma used to make tea like
And she just
Sorry,
downs
madam.
it.
Wrong pipe.
What? Oh,
Went down the wrong pipe. My apologies.
no. The apologies are mine. I have grown quite accustomed to drinking and eating the foliage around here, and sometimes I forget that my guests aren't as tolerant as I am. At first, it was fairly disgusting, but you get used to it.
Oh, I'm sure.
Fuck it, I'll try some too. What do I gotta roll?
Con save.
Con save, which is a what, a d20?
Yep. And this poison will end if you drink 2 pint. How much is it? Hold on. 2 quarts of water.
Wow.
Time to rocket into the fountain on the other end.
So you and Lucian are poisoned, but regardless of the fact, I'll put your.
Oh,
token
why am
there.
I at 6 health points?
You're gonna
Ooh.
heal yourself up. You need to take a long rest, actually. But she'll say.
Don't sit there. That's where her ghost husband is.
I put him there.
Okay.
That's where her ghost husband is.
He's like right here. She'll say, "Is that so?" Looking to her side again. Yes, that is a good question, actually. She looks to all of you for an answer.
Oh,
Fuck.
well, I.
Oh no, the schizo finally. Oh no.
She says, "Did you
What's a
not
good question?
hear
What's a good
him?"
question?
Yeah.
What's a good
We're very,
question?
very bad of hearing. My ears are like ringing. Sorry.
Oh, I understand.
Can you repeat what he said?
He's a bit quiet. I understand. She says, he simply asks, "To what use do you feel you'll get from having the flower?"
Well, like it is quite, as you said, quite a lovely and individual thing, and well, we wanted to offer you something in exchange to it come as a sign of peace between us and you.
But that still doesn't answer. What reason do you want this orchid? What value
Put it
will you
more-
receive?
To put it more bluntly, and I'm looking between her and where her husband's eyes are supposed to be. We plan to use your flower as the centerpiece of a great monument we have in a nearby place on the coast.
Oh, I'm flattered. Well, if that is the case, then maybe we can work something out. But I must warn you, though, my name isn't very well respected as it used to be. She was casted out of Omu, being deemed as a monster, because everyone she killing many people as she entered back into the city. In her exile, her husband tried to fight to get her back in the city, trying to fight for her honor, but she didn't see it that way at first and believed that he was instead trying to push to kill her and have her purged. and he was one of the people who exiled her. He came to one day, he came to the garden to tell her that he would live with her and he would no longer spend his time with the city, but unfortunately, with her still expecting him to be vicious, she grievously injured him, and in her words, he managed to survive the injuries, being healed afterwards, so the answer seems more clear to you.
Right, she killed
Are
him
we
and
sure
lost
those
her
are
skills.
ashes in the jar and not rubble?
Who knows, but regardless of the fact,
So what are the chances that they'd notice if I just accidentally tipped the contents of the jar into that pond there?
I think you
Very.
would
Incredible.
die.
But apart from that, her and she once viewed this place as her prison, and she was exiled, locked away here from her city, but now she views it as more of a home, saying that she thinks she would have gone crazy if
I swear to fuck.
you the answer to that dilemma. But regardless, now she's walking off to have a discussion with Thyru about what they can do to give you that flower. Sound good? Let's just go along with it.
Yeah.
No?
I'm
As
here.
I said, did you get that last bit?
Vaguely, yes.
But you get the gist, basically. That's the sense of the story. And once you're ready to speak with her, go to the
Refresh.
mirror room. The
Uh,
core chamber.
me specifically.
Everyone.
Oh, fuck.
So what's the quickest way out of this place if someone were to just grab the jar and run like a little
Jack, you're gonna ruin everything. You fucking twat.
You
bit?
see?
You have a plan for it? You have a plan to
Yes,
get
I
You
have a
see the
plan
walls.
for it.
Okay. Okay.
You see the walls and everything. The Elbis are currently stationed in positions you can see around you. They watch your group from afar, so you guys can have private conversations amongst yourself, though anything you do is currently being monitored.
All right. Well, while you guys think of it, I'll be right back.
God damn it! I was just about to tell you the plan. You fucking.
Oh, okay. Okay. Let's hear it. I've got some hash and toast downstairs waiting for me. Let's hear it.
I would like to try and be a vocal distraction while someone comes over here and sneaks this, but you need to visually
Here's the
replace
thing.
it.
Here's the thing. So, the jar. How big is this jar exactly?
It's, Would you rather have a poundage or a size?
Oh,
I just want to know if we're talking like a smaller or something bigger. Basically, can we fit it in a wrist pocket? Yes, no.
It's very
No,
much on the
not
larger size.
It's big.
The thing
I'll try and
is,
look for an exact size, but it is on the larger size.
yeah, the thing is, we don't have a very clean getaway route, and the birds will like say something if they spot us.
And we need to get the flower as well.
Yeah.
Here's a
basically.
good plan for you,
Like
Jack.
we have to do the
Wh-
urn for last.
Here's a good plan for you, Jack. How many uses of your paints do you have?
that is a good question. Let me see if
You
I
should
can
have
find my
plenty.
inventory first.
Okay.
You haven't
So
used it yet, so.
you make a fake jar, but the jar that you take, you make it look like a jar that is completely unrelated.
What?
Hmm?
Make it not
What?
look like the jar that is supposed to be there. But
Why?
Oh,
when
that's right.
you
We
take
can paint
it,
over things.
yes,
So we make
yeah.
the jar look like something else, and then we
Mm-hmm.
make the real jar look like. Okay. Yeah, I get you. I get you.
You're doing the classic spy thing where you're replacing a genuine with a fake and you're making the genuine look like something unimportant.
Yeah, that's
Oh, I
doable. We just need to get this.
see.
We just need to get this
Okay.
bird out of the
Okay, I
corner.
thought you meant the replacement to look like something different. I
No,
was like,
no.
okay, I don't know how that's gonna work, but let's go.
Well,
You're disguising the
So-
genuine one to look like something
So we need to get the
unimportant.
bird out of here. Somebody needs to go get the flower, and then you make the swap and get out.
So, out of curiosity, does anyone have a water jar?
We have the alchemy
The
jug
alchemy
that
jar?
can have water, yeah.
The urn,
That means
by
you
the
have
way,
a jar that I can already color to look like this jar. That way, it is
You-
less that I have
or
to
remember,
try and
Jack,
prepare.
your paints are 3D. You can create a jar.
Oh, right, I forgot I got a 3D
Create a
pen.
yeah, you can create a complete replica urn with
Yeah.
no problem.
You're good.
well,
As
say
far
if-
as the urn, by the way, it is sorry to interrupt you. 6 pounds roughly, and it seems to have be mostly clay, very well decorated with with golden inlays all throughout it and a lid covering it.
Man, this sounds suspiciously like a certain jar that I already know of.
I have no idea what you could be referring to, but regardless of the fact,
Uh-huh.
I mean that.
The one in town?
Shh, it's
Do you mean the-
unimportant.
Oh, that's really old. Yeah, regardless. Very different.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
But
yeah, I'll have to do that. What kind of rolls do I have to make for that?
Well, that's gotta come
I did-
last.
Yeah, we can't do that
I was
right
gonna say,
now.
The last thing we do.
Well, yeah, I know, but what kind of rolls am I gonna have to make? For
we'll
that?
get to that when the plan comes around.
All right, then
but-
I'm gonna go get my one meal that I've
It's
had
a
in 2 days.
it's a
I'll be back.
performance
Okay.
check to answer. Yeah.
All right.
We should do something before we go try and pick up the flower. Let's go look at this place we haven't gone to yet. There might be something in here. Top left, if nobody can see the funny point.
Is that where she went?
Yeah.
Is it? I thought
She
you
went.
to-
She went out this way.
one.
Yep, she went in there. She's in here.
Yeah, but she said to meet us at the. I guess I don't know how long she's taking to get there, but yeah.
She's walking in there to give an idea. She's just because you know the way around the garden. She's walking there to have a short conversation, and then she's going to walk toward
Okay,
the
so
mirror room.
don't go there first, then.
No.
So,
You can
yeah.
circle back around to there, but
We need at least one person to sit at the table and wait for her to come back.
I can do that.
well, she's going to be going into the mirror room, which is the
Oh.
first room you met her in.
Is that where she
Yeah,
wants
That's
us
where
to
she
go?
wants you to meet her. Mhm.
Okay. I can go
Bas-
there.
Basically, your guys are just using this time to discuss whatever plans you wanted to right now, and then you just tell me when you're ready for things to kick off.
I mean, not too many of us should disappear. Is it? I think
I mean,
that's
she did
what
tell
I'd
us to
say.
wander freely, but I get you.
Yeah, I mean, when we go to the meeting point, I think not too many of us should disappear.
Yes, I agree with that.
If you want this fucking bird out of here, by the way, it was seemingly implied that they understood common, so
Mhm.
theoretically, command should work on them.
Yeah, it does seem that they understand common. You aren't sure if they can speak or not, but you know that they hear it and understand it very well.
Is there any other ideas that anybody wants to put into position before?
Not particularly, but I can cast Pass Without Trace right now in case any of you fucks need to do sneaking, so.
Arguably, since Jack is here physically present, we can leave him behind to do this.
I will cast Pass Without Trace now because it's an hour duration. There's no way we're going to take that long to do it. So everybody in the radius, cast spell. Everyone can move freely now in the bunga.
Jack will stay here. Who will be staying with Jack outside? Well, okay, more or less. So the question will be, who will be going to the decor room?
I'm going to go to the decor room, but I'm going to leave a familiar with Jack. So owl, boom, done.
Do you want me to use command on the thing? If you do, I'll need to stay here. They can basically get it out the room without having to fight it at all.
I will say, real quick, just because I didn't explain this as I should have. When you talk with her, she will give you a job to do before giving you the flower, and then you can steal the urn after, I guess.
Okay.
Now that I'm thinking more about it.
Oh, if we gotta talk
Yeah.
to then.
You can
I guess
take
it's
back
I
the
guess
spells.
it's how long will that job take? You know what? Hard read. The job is getting rid of the spider. That's my hard read.
What gave you that idea?
Just thinking about it. But yeah, in that case, I'll hold off on the Pass Without Trace
Yeah.
then. Since
In
we
that
have a
case,
job
I guess we
first.
should have everyone bar. Maybe just bar Jack. Maybe just have Jack fucking sneak around like a freak.
And he can sneak around if he wants. Like we're getting a job first, so. Yeah.
Yeah, but the less actively she sees him with us might help our
Who's slamming
case
doors?
for when he disappears later.
You stay in there.
I suppose so.
Do your thing.
That makes
Not
sense.
right
I
away.
still have one staring right at me.
Well, we can't do the heist just
I mean,
yet.
we aren't
anyway.
stealing the urn right now. You can just kind of wander around.
For note, don't go near the giant plants. You would have been made aware of that if you were here. And don't go in there either. The
I
little.
kind of figured the thing that looked like a giant green baked potato would probably be my end. Yes.
Okay, well, I'm just making sure that you're grossly aware. Don't go near these. Don't touch anything. Don't go near anything.
Do
That would-
not touch a single thing now.
The plants work on a hive mind. If you piss one of them off, they all know that they all get pissed off at you.
Is this door open?
So,
Regardless of that, is your group ready to enter?
I
I'm
yeah.
good.
All right.
I can't cast any spells until we're ready to go. So let's get to it.
Truthfully.
Walking into the chamber, she is sitting on the staircase looking towards the door of entry. You see the Elvis around, just perched in different areas around the room, some of them going through their feathers with their beaks right now, just cleaning and picking through, just finding ways to spend their time while you all walk in and she has this conversation. She looks and says, "A pleasure to see you all again."
Mhm.
Another
Wish they
pleasure
wouldn't
is
want to
ours.
keep you waiting.
Do thank you for that. And Jack, to question, are you with them or are you?
Well, no, I need to be here.
Well, I'm just saying, do you want to do the job before you steal the urn?
Oh,
My
okay.
question
I
to
didn't.
all of you, I guess.
We basically have to. I don't want to have to run out of here.
Jack, you can move your own token. Just move it out there towards the where you see the party at.
Whee!
One of the birds
Whee!
will close the door behind you, but
How the fuck a bird operate a door handle?
A
crafty
beak.
birds. Scatter you out a bit more. As you enter in, she says, "We did some talking. Me and my love decided it would be wise for us to utilize your talents, seeing as you were able to navigate the jungle into my garden and find your way to me unscathed, to help us clean up around here a bit. You see, it is quite beautiful that much of the jungle has overtaken this garden, but there are certain aspects of the jungle that we've decided are less than savory.
Oh, and what would that be?
A while ago, a gang, if you would, ne'er-do-wells, no good at all, entered in here. 2 ogres accompanied by a few soldiers. The garden itself protected itself from the ogres, but as for the others, I had to deal with them manually. The ogres still linger, however, and are quite an eyesore. I would like them taken care of, along with this massive spider, one leg missing from it that seems to have settled in my garden.
See.
If you do this for me, then the orchid can be provided, assuming that what you say you wish to do with it is true."
That is more than possible. We'll get right on
Side note, out of character, is that actually what we're doing with the orchid?
it. Fuck no.
No,
Thank
we're giving
you.
it to the bird people.
We're giving it to the bird people to use for a fucking ritual to power on a wolf. I don't know. Call it sentinel. There we go.
It's a few things. The first ritual is to give all of you flight for one use, and those of you who do have flight, double speed on your flight. And the other is to power one of Wolf's cousins.
Would that be the one on the bridge?
Yep. Alright, sure.
Oh, let's get killing.
Oh, I go a killing again.
Here we go,
Just
killing.
Once you finish, I'll be waiting here. I have some things to do. She'll turn to look towards the mirror.
And we will promptly leave.
She'll look behind her towards the ghost and say, "How do I look?" You guys are leaving.
Alright, so do we want to deal with the plant zombie ogres first or the spider?
Plant zombie ogres are like right here in our face. First, we'd have to make a
You're not wrong.
massive go around.
It's too bad we can't get the spider and the plant ogres to fight each other.
That's what I said earlier. I said, why don't we just take the ogres over to the spider and have them fight each other, and then we kill
Never say
whoever's
never.
left. Did you hear my
I
plan?
I can get a bird to try and move them towards each other, but that's about it.
Theoretically, whoever is left standing is weakened, and we can just kill them off.
I mean-
Yes, that is true.
All we need them is in somewhat close vicinity. If they're somewhat
How big is
close, I
this
can.
fucking map?
If they're
So
somewhat
cool,
close
a
to each
giant
other,
crocodile.
I can.
Jack, come over here.
If they're somewhat close to each other, I could try to crown of madness one of them and see if I could get them to start squaring up.
Fair enough.
All right.
They have to be a little bit closer.
Hop the ledge over here. Well, like he said, he has the little owl thing. You can try and get the owl to lure them over here. Like over in that direction of the spider.
Okay, and where's the spider?
On the web, between the stump and the statue.
Oh wait, oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
We're not in initiative, so we can pretty much just walk around as much
What
as we
the
want.
fuck is that? That don't look like a spider.
That's a
Is this a
crocodile.
web spinning cockroach? It's a shiny cockroach. It's pink.
God.
Massive monstrosity is what it stands to be. Regardless of that fact, yes.
Shit.
How would your group like to proceed?
Well, we should just de-seed from the foundry, so
Yes, my foundry did in fact die. I'm getting back.
All right, so
Oh.
there's two.
Try not to
ogres
say
right
anything.
there.
not too much we can do.
Jack,
Don't worry,
try and keep your
noticed that.
token with the rest of the group, Jack. Or wherever you.
Yeah, I can just have
I
Funny
didn't know you
Bird
fuckers were
try
moving.
and move them towards each other. If that's what we want.
Yeah, bring out your Flappy Bird and have him like fly
Yeah, and
over.
I got one more charge on him because he
Your
definitely
martyr.
died earlier. So, woo.
You'll
And
resummon
that
the-
you're martyr to the cause.
you'll
Did these
resummon the
things get
familiar.
turned into zombies by the
Yeah.
man traps?
Yep,
Yes. I think.
roughly. It's less of a zombie situation, more of the plants
A
piloting their
fungus
bodies.
situation? Got it.
Pheromones. I don't have a familiar token, so I'm just using
the
the
last of us
spiritual weapon.
situation.
Then I guess I don't know.
Okay, I need to be a bit closer. I need to be within 120 feet, so...
I cannot put it out. Never
We'll
mind.
wait for them to get drawn over there first. We're gonna try and
Well-
see if we can get them to kill each other.
Well, I was gonna say, just get them to kill each other. I was gonna use
I was
Crown
gonna
of
say,
Madness
what
to
if-
start the fight.
What if we use one
Get
of
them close
these,
to each other and then do that. Yeah.
one of these
Yeah.
to actually get a little ways across?
You'll have to be sneaky if you're gonna do that and get closer.
Let me do something, by the way, because these are unnecessary now that I'm like looking at this map. I kind of just autopilot made this.
What?
Thank God. Oh my God, that's so much better.
These
What,
are
the
incredibly
trees?
unnecessary. The walls for the staircase leading down.
Oh yeah.
That's so
Are
much
they
better.
actually
The trees
blocked
are
off
very
on someone?
necessary, and I love them.
The trees are very necessary.
They don't block your way going under is the thing, but they're walls that block line of sight overhead, which I made it poorly.
Oh, so these are full-grown trees, not just
Yeah,
big
they're
old
big.
stump.
Yeah.
Should be massive. Like she said, much of the jungle has overtaken this garden
Fire?
long ago.
Don't. I already had that idea earlier. Don't do that.
So you're gonna summon your owl and have it try and bait which one of the ogres towards.
Indeed. Summon him, he picks up a rock, and he's off to go commit suicide.
So the owl's gonna fly the rock over to which ogre?
Okay,
The closer
so
one to...
yeah. So Funny Rock hits this one, he screeches, and he starts flying towards the spider to get both of them.
Okay.
I was gonna say, what if you have him like peck the other one or something? Because with him
If
being
he
that
if he
small-
steps close to them, he's dead.
Make a make a deception check with the owl.
A
Just for
deception
simplicity.
check. You
I
got it.
suppose with them being
Deception.
more plant-
Bop,
Deception.
bop, bop, bop. Checking
Deception.
Funny Owl.
Deceive.
Can't imagine's got charisma,
Do
so...
deception. Neither can I, but I
So-
have to check the exact. Yeah, -2.
So nerd, quick thing.
Mm-hmm.
This tree, this path right here, I could go under that tree
12.
or no?
You could squeeze yourself around that tree.
Okay.
Good question.
Just want to make sure
Well-
before I start doing movements.
I don't want to put my
Zara.
life on the line to be actual physical bait.
The
I don't
the
think it's
rock
gonna happen.
falls on the ogre's head, and it goes. "Ugh." We'll start chasing after the owl, and the owl will fly towards the spider.
This one.
This one over here, the first
No,
one.
that one. Okay.
So it flies from that one towards this one, and then towards the spider squawking and all that jazz.
Oh, you only. Actually, no, never mind.
Nothing
Oh.
says, "Hey, I'm a decoy," like a ethereal owl flying through the fucking.
Assume the
It's
owl
not
will end
ethereal. It's
Where will the
snow.
owl? Where will the owl be? Will it just be flying above?
I guess it doesn't particularly matter where it is, but I'm gonna be honest. It's probably flying into the web.
Okay.
Oh
Well,
my
if it flies
God.
into the web, the spider crawls up and kills it pretty instantly.
Yeah.
Fucking as soon as they get close, time to enact this
Shoot
side
your
of half
shot.
of the plan.
I want to
for the
go witness
best.
this fight.
I was gonna say I'm gonna try to
Man.
get as close as I can. I've got a range of 120 feet, so
They were
I sure
within
hope-
100, that first one.
I sure hope no one ever gives that owl a name, because I will not feel bad either way.
Yeah, they're within
I'm gonna-
range.
target.
I thought we've
Yeah.
already discussed this. His name was Hooters.
His name is not Hooters.
I'm not concentrating on Crown Madness, but thank you, Foundry. I'm gonna cast Crown of Madness on that ogre.
Alrighty. This one right here. Sorry, I was tabbed out.
Yeah, that one.
Cool.
My chat
Uh,
says the owl's name is Pete.
Oh, Pete. You shouldn't have named him,
I believe
guys.
it
You're gonna
fails.
regret that.
I do
Well,
believe it fails.
Yeah, it fails.
Right.
And I'm going to use my control over it to have it target the spider.
It's going to. Let's see if that's possible.
Is it within melee range?
The ogre's trying to reach up, but it can't seem to reach the spider.
The spider
you want
doesn't
it to
look
attack-
interested.
I will say you can't attack the webs. Well, the spider's trying to stay away from this massive swinging ogre.
Yeah, honestly,
Gotcha.
yeah. I was gonna say, it's attack the webs.
Hold on. Where the fuck is my sheet? Oh, I had to refresh. That's why it closed.
Well,
I'm gonna
I'll
do
tell
that.
you.
Hold on.
My
What?
plan right now is to have it do this, and if this ogre lives through this spider, I'm gonna have it turn 90 degrees, look at its ally, and then put a fucking club in it and that thing's head.
Ching.
I don't think this thing's gonna pass its Crown of Madness save, so I have control of this thing for a minute.
Hell yeah.
Chops away at the web, and eventually the spider is brought down. And I'll say the ogre will fight
you
against
got
it,
it.
since they're a hive mind. They do work on this principle that they are the same person. So technically, for the sake of it, you have madness over both of them. And they'll just
Okay, well,
swing at the
I'm
spider.
going to repeatedly use my action to keep them attacking the spider.
The only thing to keep in mind, though, is you will have Crown of Madness over both of them, but I don't know if Crown of Madness, if it can hurt itself, I guess.
I
If it
have
can
a slight
hurt
idea.
itself. But regardless, they'll start attacking the spider.
Obviously, at least one of these ogres is going to survive. There's no way the spider's wiping out both. Maybe. Can we like trip that remaining ogre in with the giant crocodile?
Shh, no, we don't need the crocodiles dead.
Well, no, the crocodile could eat the ogre.
The
We'll figure it out
the,
in a minute.
the only question is, if they're considered the same creature, it cannot attack itself, but if
Are
they're considered
the
two
alligators
different,
also changed
No.
by the plant?
if it's considered that they're two different creatures, then they can hit each other.
We're talking about Crown of Madness effect on hive mind zombies.
Ah.
Sorry, what'd you say, Nick? I was rolling the. Doing this solo combat.
If they are considered like if like stat block wise they're considered the same creature, like if they have the same stats that are shared, then it can't hit itself. But if it's considered a separate creature, it can attack another
There's
creature.
no more
They are
spider.
considered the same creature. So
All right.
Well,
Do we wanna-
for the betterment of it. But the spider gets you see the giant ogre take this massive metal maul. You imagine perhaps at one point this was relatively nice looking, but now it's rusted and battered, and it just slams, splattering the spider
Well,
in 2 shots.
Since I have wings, there's no
I
more
was gonna s-
spider as a threat. I'm gonna employ Jack's idea, actually.
No, I
If
was
you'll
gonna.
allow
Can we
it.
command the ogres to go take a bath?
I
'Cause
mean,
that's technically
you could do that too, or I could fly 20 feet in the air, like right here, and shake my ass.
Well, I was gonna say what?
Okay.
I've still got Crown of
Yeah,
Madness.
man.
I'll
we've
just
still gotta,
point it
we still
towards the
gotta follow
crocodile in the water if it fails its save again.
There, go for it.
Yep. Recasting the spell, I guess.
No, I don't have to recast the spell. I use my action to keep it control. It just has
So
to
does
keep
it have to
failing.
have
it
line
seems.
of sight on the creature that it's attacking? Because
I
I
can
can't see the crocodiles.
Okay.
The crocodiles are under the water.
We can
All
just
right,
have the
then
two
it-
slug
then
it
it
out.
will-
One of them will fall.
I was gonna say then someone has to bait it towards the water to make
Again,
it see.
I can
I
fly
was
like
like, you'd
30
have to
feet.
figure out a way to. You'd have to figure out a way to get the crocodiles out of the water.
Hold on, is that only a 5-foot drop from the water down to the river?
From this
no.
water, we're up 10 feet right now.
Yeah, no.
Or 15 feet up.
So them crocodiles could just crawl on up here and munch our
Nope.
booties.
No, they can't.
They won't. We've already gotten away from them. They won't even go up the 5-foot.
They probably could, though it seems they don't do it no matter what.
If you need the crocodile out of the water, just someone throw some like meat or something in the water. Make
Yeah,
it
that's all you
snap
need.
for a second so that the ogres can see it and then point the ogres at it.
That's all you would need to do, hypothetically.
All right, someone give me something edible.
I
I don't
do
have
not
any
think
food
I have
on
a
me.
Okay. No, I actually have I actually do have rations. I'll give you 1 ration and
Okay. Hold up. Let's see.
Godspeed.
Godspeed.
Taking a very hearty meat ration, you want to fly overhead of the crocodiles?
Like what? I'm gonna put myself at like 20 feet in there,
Hey, yo,
so
just
I'm
dress
not
up
getting
like a
my
bee.
ass chomped.
Fair enough.
Just dress up like a bee, they'll follow you.
So go ahead and move your token over there, and then once you're overhead, we'll begin it.
I
guess.
can't decide where I want to stand, but
Fair enough.
Not between the ogres and it.
what do you mean?
That's a wise place. You're fine. Where you
Okay.
go.
that place is fine.
Regardless, you'll toss the meat down into the water.
Yep.
The crocodile will jump up, getting, surprising to you, a bit of air time, which is a bit concerning you. You flap your wings up to try and get a little higher as this crocodile jumps out of the water, snapping at midair. And as you do, the ogres are commanded. Do they have to remake a save?
Yeah, at the end of their turns, they remake the whiz save.
Cool, we'll give them 2 saves, just as a total. They both had a turn. So whiz saves.
Whiz saves.
First whiz save.
Well, there goes that plan. Oh well.
Well, Elbozo.
Alright.
They're free from it, but the crocodiles are starting to swarm over here at the very least.
Oh well.
Goodbye.
Yeah, you.
Alright, here comes the big one.
You fly away.
Wait. Hold on. You have like lightning lure or something, right? You can try pulling him into the crock pit.
It pulls him
try
towards it.
It does, and I'm not telling you to take the risk. I'm just saying it'd
Just
be funny.
make yourself look like a pollinator. They'll follow you.
A pollinator.
It will pull them 10 feet towards me.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
Oh god.
It's your decision. It just would be based.
Oh lord. Oh, this is how Cinder dies. Okay.
No, Cinder will be fine, truly.
Okay.
Just
If it
don't
works,
get
though.
knocked
I'll-
unconscious. If you get knocked unconscious, it's over.
Stop moving the tokens.
You're like 35. You're like 35 feet in the air. They're not gonna get you.
You'd be surprised how high a crop can go.
These are D&D crocodiles.
I have to
Is it-
be.
Go high. I don't know
Okay,
about 35 feet.
I have to be within 15 feet of this thing, like vertically and horizontally. So I have to be like
It's non-Euclidean. You're fine.
right here.
Wouldn't a
can't-
hand crossbow be equivalent to a
Ish.
full-size crossbow for
It doesn't
Cinder?
seem to be able to reach you from that height, no matter what. So
I know.
the ogre does
I'm-
notice you, however, and will start walking. Both of them will start walking to you, but they will stop before they see the
Okay.
water.
Well,
Good.
Oh,
Plot
man.
twist, the
Looking up at
giant croc can fly.
Huh?
Well, Hmm?
What? What are they saying?
If it can
Plot
fly, then
twist.
it would have killed us earlier when it fought us.
I'm 30. I'm like 25
Fly.
feet in the air.
If it can
Can we
fly, I'm
move a little
falling blind.
closer?
the ogres are just currently staring at you, unable to reach you.
Yeah, I'm gonna. This is gonna fucking suck. I'm gonna do my
Mhm.
lightning lure and pull it 10 feet close to me if I can.
All right,
This
you
one.
can do that. However, at the same time, one of them is going to throw their maul at you. They're going to attack with
Ow.
disadvantage.
Oh
With advantage?
Disadvantage. Does it 11
Oh.
hit?
no. No.
Then the maul goes wide, and then go ahead and do your lightning lure. Every lightning lure you miss against it, it will get to throw another object at you.
15. Oh my
Oh,
god,
it
they're.
just needs to make a save. Okay.
Oh, that's a strength save? Oh.
Oh, well.
I didn't know that.
Ooh.
Gonna
No,
try.
we should probably get over there and jump them once they throw their weapons.
This one throws them all.
Oh, absolutely, I agree. Let's get into position while this is happening.
It seems that they're picking up other objects. The 13
Okay, that
No,
misses. Oh, thank god it
I
misses.
don't care if they're getting
I
other
don't
Try
know.
one
objects.
more time for a lightning
That's
lure if you would like
that's
to.
their weapons
Okay.
gone.
Okay. Oh my fucking god.
All
But we
right.
don't have Wolf with us, so we can't just have him hip check one of them into the water.
Exactly.
Oh,
Which one do you want to pull?
The one that I targeted, the one in front of me.
Okay, sorry, I saw 2 targets on them, so I
You're
wasn't sure.
good. It's 10 feet closer, so theoretically it would be below me in the water.
It'll pull towards, go slipping into the water, bump on the rocks a few times, and then, well, you'll just watch the
well,
show.
okay. I guess
Alright,
let's.
I'm-
Might want to run.
I'm
Well,
flying over here.
In that case, you know what? You raised a compelling point, Jack. Can I try and body check this one into the water while it's not
Yeah.
affecting me?
Oh, he's
Okay,
fucking
first
gone
join in-
already.
join initiative.
Oh.
Join initiative.
I could.
As you see this
Oh
first
my God.
zombie ogre's tossed into the water and then absolutely demolished by the crocodiles who
I c-
swarm it and just devour it.
I can
to the
still
bone.
try it again if you want.
You see
I was gonna
bones tossed up out of the water,
I was gonna
God.
try and use
floating
it.
up in the river.
Use the distraction of you doing that to try and body this one from behind.
Go for it.
Doesn't
but I
seem
can
to notice you though.
still- Yeah.
Combat initiative is necessary.
Oh god.
So it would be a surprise attack against it.
You want me to roll initiative now? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Sorry, everyone roll initiative. I was getting a text.
Excuse me.
Uh,
But worst case scenario, you can't body it. I'll just pull it again. It's fine.
I was gonna say, once I try, like, I'll have to end up being the first one to do it. Question, nerd. If
Aaron,
I
you'll get the
use,
surprise round.
Nice.
oh, fair enough. If I use my feline agility, will that give me a bonus to this or no?
To what? Sorry.
To hip checking this thing into the water.
Are you both going to work together on it?
I would say we should work together. My athletics is a +5.
Okay. Then with the 2 of you working together, I'd say both of you can make a separate athletics check, charging into it at the same time as you get a surprise round.
Okay.
Just gonna put you there for
Pew.
posterity.
Athletics check.
Dexterity.
Oh shit! I shouldn't have moved. Sorry. I forgot.
Athletics.
23.
Oh,
Oof. Ooh.
We matched, but my mod's higher.
Is it? By 1.
oh.
Fair enough.
Just fucking barely.
Let me just double check. Yeah, no, your mod is just straight up higher.
Yeah, my athletics is better than this ogre.
For the sake of it,
God
take 1 point of
bless
exhaustion,
paladins.
as I'll say. You and Jack run up behind this ogre as it's paying attention to Cinder at the moment. As you see Cinder, you just watch the crocodiles swarm this previous ogre and bones start to float up out of the water as no flesh is left whatsoever. And then your group runs up behind, slams the ogre in the back. At first, it tilts a little bit to the side, but it holds steady, turning around and trying to force itself back towards you, but quickly you shove just a little bit harder, pressing out whatever you have, and at the best moment possible, possibly convenient for the scenario, one of the rocks that the ogre's footing is currently sliding into cracks, crumbles, and slides away, taking the ogre with it.
See you later, Stinky.
Oh god.
Easy encounter, boys.
Go to hell.
And we technically
Hey,
didn't
quick-
have to fight anything.
Are we all
I
still
shouldn't have
level
moved,
5, by the
but
way?
I'm just terrified of these things. I'm
Yep, didn't have
assuming.
to fight anything. You guys did it well.
Thank God. I'm
Brained your way
assuming.
around it.
Yeah, there you go.
Are we still level 5?
Yeah. We're gonna be level 5 for a while.
Yeah.
I sure hope we're level 6 by the end of the session.
That's not gonna happen.
I can hope.
Regardless of the fact, the crocodiles will disperse, more bones floating up out of the water, one last
Hey.
cracked ogre skull coming up, and
Now-
go back to their positions.
Before
How
we
moosh
actually
is the spider?
Spider is goo, it's gone. They bashed its skull in until it was
Yeah,
no
wait,
more.
what the fuck is this?
Man,
Up here. Yeah. I didn't even
That's,
notice that.
that's the shitter.
That's a shitter?
Sorry. Oh, that? No. That's one of the things that leads down into the water below.
Oh, okay.
It's the
that
same
one,
as like
that one's
these
actually
right
intact
here.
enough to still have a door.
Seems to
Okay.
be the only one intact.
Well, yeah. What I was gonna say was, before we head back, should we get our canoe to a better position for a quick getaway?
Where are
That's
the
a
canoes?
great idea.
It's right here
It's-
at the bottom of the waterfall.
Yeah.
This
That is an
crocodile, by the
awful
way,
place for
crawls
that.
up. The giant crocodile crawls up on the island, just gnawing at some sort of arm right now.
Okay.
I'm not.
Well, I was gonna say, maybe grab the canoe and. Do you guys think that now that the spider's gone, the left side is our best exit point?
So,
Most definitely.
quick
Okay.
question.
Like,
Is this
pretty much a straight
alligator
shot
head,
from
is
jar
this
to
like
there.
a fountain?
Yes, water does pour out of that.
How big is it?
Not big enough for you to squeeze through.
Oh, I was just gonna pilot the whole last canoe through it.
What the
No,
fuck?
God, no.
It's a waterfall. They don't go up.
I was gonna drop my canoe in here and just beep.
I see what you were going for, but unfortunately, it's just a small reservoir pouring out water. Not even
Okay.
your sender could fit inside of it.
So grab
You could
the
put your canoe
canoe
right
and-
here and just push it over the side and jump in.
Yeah, no, that's what I
That's
was
what-
planning on moving
That was
to.
my other thought, was to put it up here in the river a little bit.
The
and then
Elvis
just paddle
do-
like hell.
You do notice the Elvis are everywhere through the garden at this point, by the way. Some that you didn't even know existed before come out of hiding just to watch your group intently.
Well, I'll just make it look like I'm trying to get our canoe away from the alligators.
Mm-hmm. It's easy enough to drag your canoe out, and with enough effort and strenuation between all of your group members, you're able to take the canoe over here.
I say I got a workhorse.
Okay, hold on. Where
Out of
the
curiosity,
canoe is
before
over
we head
here
back,
currently?
No, it's over here up on the ledge. Your group can push it off and jump in when you're ready.
You're
Out of curiosity, before we go report back, is there anything in the webs? Just
Actually, good
Yeah, I
ask.
was actually thinking that too. If there's nothing in the web, I'd like to get some of the web, actually.
what do you need the web for?
This is
rope.
a great question.
Spider
you
silk
can-
rope.
Rope is so cheap. I will tell you no to that. You can
Rope
buy
is
rope
so
for like
cheap.
pennies.
What a response! Don't be poor.
Truly.
Yeah, but if you
Jack-
heard about that silkworm clothing, you know
Jack
how much
has
clothing you can make
fucking-
out of
You
this?
are not a drow. You will not wear the spider silk clothing.
No,
Regardless,
sell it in town.
there aren't. Regardless, looking through the webs, you see what looks like a desiccated corpse of an albino dwarf.
Oh, that's a shame. What they
Cocoon
got on him?
currently, but with no treasure.
Oh, come on. What, the spider just eat his treasure?
There just is
Okay,
nothing
so
of value here. Everything that this dwarf had on it has either been lost to time, decay, or other people stealing it over time.
All right. Well, in that case, there goes my next question.
Same.
No identifying marks, so no need to try and report it to anyone.
Last case, by the way. Last thing. Before you return, I will just note that currently these two gardens are unsearched and open. You could search what you want before you go back, is all I'm saying.
Which
If
garden?
you so
That's true.
wish.
That's true.
No,
The
that's
two on the
fine.
side.
You know what? We might as well. It's
Because
on
I
the
know
way.
your
If we
group
take the
wanted
long
to.
way.
I know your group was curious about doing it earlier. I just want to make sure it's an unknown
Wait,
thing.
where?
Yeah, let's go
Someone
for
ping
it.
it for
The
me.
little
Right there.
pits of flowers.
We're pinging it.
Oh, the little pits around the main area. Yeah, yeah,
Little
yeah.
pits that Cinder has to go in to read because none of us can
Onward.
speak that language.
Whee!
Cinder, you'll fly in and look at them.
Above to where I'm not getting attacked by the little
Yep.
flowers I'm assuming are there.
Flying above 5A, this garden specifically that you're looking at, you jump in fear for a moment as something rustles in the leaves below, and jumping out, you see what looks like 3 horned bunny rabbits.
Mm,
Excuse me?
Oh, those
Oh.
little guys. I love these.
Now you know why they're in this campaign book. Good night.
Yeah.
Anyways.
So we could have gotten
This is
fresh
the
meat for
only
the
thing
ogre.
they're used for, base.
Yep, this is it. Regardless, they're hopping around and you do see a message scrawled on the wall. This garden is completely safe. And the message says, "Without dreams, eternity is unbearable."
now, what did the one that I already read over here say?
Which one? Sorry, reaping it. That one. Sorry, just gotta double check. 5B. That one said, "Great Ubteo, free me!" Exclamation point.
Guess then we gotta check this one, don't we?
Yes.
The last one your group hasn't checked is that one right there. The one with the man trap in it, just to reiterate all of them, said to dream, to dance. Checking this last garden, or sorry, almost checking that garden over there, Cinder, it seems completely safe as well. No threats pervade this garden. These two seem to be the safe gardens, if you would. And in this one is a simple message written on the north wall in Old Umuian that says, "For the lies of few, all must pay."
Rude. Okay. Um.
All right.
That's it.
Let's walk through the main room.
Well, actually,
Good.
let's walk through this one. I haven't been to this one yet, just in case.
If you could put those in my chat, that would be great.
Like, we take the top left,
Yeah,
we
yeah,
go
I'll
through
put
the
them-
water,
I'll
and
give you
we
all
get
of
there.
them.
I don't know if we should go through that room. It might be important to her.
Oh, you put it in there
I
already.
mean, I feel like she would have said
Wait, what?
that if it was.
Nothing, you're good.
She talks to ghosts.
She does talk to ghosts, but she did tell us to wander freely.
it.
If she didn't want us to wander freely, then I mean...
I thought she wanted us to.
Yep, she did.
These birds
But
are
at the same
neutral
time,
to
we're
us,
under
so we
heavy
can do that.
observation.
Like, we can skip the room, I just want to...
No, I'm down to go with it. I just don't want to accidentally piss off the birds or make them
I
suspicious.
also do not
Did
want
she
that.
ever specify that we couldn't go anywhere?
No,
No.
but like I said, we're trying to keep as few eyebrows raised as possible, just so that we can get this jar of ashes and leave.
It's
Yeah.
basically
The
the
birds-
same distance
Ashes.
either way. I don't think they'll
The
care too
birds are
much.
just perched up in random areas, just watching your group as you go along, so nothing specific about your positions is important to them. But
Yeah.
you'll start heading up to that room.
Yeah, might as well.
Leading the way.
I'll give that heads up, by the way, Jack. When you steal the urn, make sure that you don't get rid of the ashes.
We need the ashes too.
Oh, god damn it.
Yeah, well,
Oh, we're bozos.
Lucian, you're the first one I saw walk up to it, so it's going to try and grab you. As all of you join initiative,
Yes,
as
it
one of
will.
the vines will reach out towards you from one of the holes and try and
Wait, where
drag
is
you in.
he? Where did he go?
Damn. We expected every plant
can-
trap to be obvious.
You can all be right here.
Another initiative.
Assassin vine.
Yep.
Oof.
Yeah, Sass Vine.
Elbozo me.
where is it? Here's the picture.
I'll be fine, but L.
At least it was you and
long as
not
this
me.
thing- As long as this thing doesn't do a bunch of damage in one hit.
Oh, excuse
I saw the game pause and I knew something was up.
And just for kicks and giggles, there you go.
Yeah, the game's paused and I
Here,
can't
here.
move my
There
character.
you go. I'm reiterating this picture. I already
Alright,
sent it to you. It was
well,
last
the
time I
game's-
sent to you, but I'm just gonna reiterate it.
The game's paused until we begin. Until everyone rolls their initiatives.
Oh, wow.
Shit.
Cinder,
Sorry. I was
Yeah.
reading the things that you sent me.
you're very fine.
I will prepare your body in the
Let me actually
finest
send you
clown
the-
coffin.
Let me actually send you the other messages from the building.
Oh, yeah. It's a puzzle.
Go.
Okay. I'm in
Do we want to
initiative as
kill
well.
the weeds in her garden, or do we want to just pull Lucian out of here and leave?
Let's see. Hold on. I might have
Does
something
she
for this.
consider it a weed? That's the problem.
She doesn't
Probably
care
not.
one way or another about this.
She doesn't care. Okay, then. Then
Ha-
well,
has,
well,
she, has she made it explicit that she doesn't care if we destroy her garden?
Yeah, she doesn't care. As long as you don't like go out of your way to kill every plant, she'll be fine if a few happen to go.
well, we'll see how quickly we can get him out, and if not, we'll just, I guess, we're gonna do a little
As
bit
long
of
as it doesn't
pruning.
knock me unconscious, I can get
In
myself
combat,
out. So
Jack,
Uh,
starting off the fight, what would you like to do?
give me a second.
Is it
First
not
of all,
getting
I'd
a
like my
surprise on
character to be
Lucian?
up in the area of combat, if you don't mind.
Huh?
I'd
Is it
like
not
my
getting a
character to be
surprise
up
on
in the
Lucian?
area of combat.
There you go, games
and
on pause. Go
jump.
crazy.
Probably here. Okay. Then I guess get one of these.
poison, by the way, don't forget.
Normal.
Yeah, you have disadvantage on your attack.
Did that one hit?
Actually. Huh?
Did that one hit?
Disadvantage to roll again.
Oh, I didn't know I was at disadvantage.
You're poisoned.
Oh, that's right.
I don't think I can make a vine make a charisma
Uh,
saving throw.
Advantage.
You can. You absolutely can.
That attack misses, unfortunately, as you swing for vines, but you're not sure what vines specifically in this mesh of vines happen to be the ones that are the right ones to hit,
All right.
cutting
Then
through
I guess-
everything you say.
Then I will hit it again. Another disadvantage because poison, yeah.
All attacks are a disadvantage because of poison. Landing a strike. Go ahead and roll damage as you manage to find one of the vines that are moving. You kind of see one of them falling
That's
through
a
the
dirty
ground
20,
next.
right?
Yes.
Dirty.
It would be green if it was nat. You see one of
Great.
the vines on the ground kind of almost slithering towards your leg, and quickly you stab out towards it before it reaches you.
Okay, that's that one. And then I'm also going to add the sneak attack to it. So give me 1 second to find where the hell that's at. This There we go.
Nice.
Alright. Dealing a significant portion of damage on your first round. The creature, you cut away that vine quickly before it's able to get to you, and it just recedes momentarily back into its hole.
Fucking playing Jumanji over here.
And you see vines shoot out all around it through cracks in the walls. And the ground kind of trembles in certain places. And your turn if you have nothing else to do.
Okay, give me a second to remember how to do that quick.
Anyone got fire?
There it is.
I do, but
I
that's not
do.
what I'm doing right now.
I don't think we should use that here, to be honest.
That's unfortunate. My weapon does fire damage.
It's
Well, as long as it's
fine.
not a spreadable fire.
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and make this real quick and easy for you. I'm gonna give Bane to this plant. If it's possible.
Ah, yeah.
Bane?
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead and cast it. What was your question, I guess?
Well, it's just
Okay.
it needs to make a charisma saving throw. I'm like,
Is
how do
there
you?
a limit
No.
on...
Huh?
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Ah, yeah.
does the spell specify that if it's under a certain charisma, it can't be affected, or no?
I just find it funny to
You're good.
make a plant and do charisma.
Very fair. But you know what? To probably no one's surprise, it is
about to shrub.
very, very bad at charisma.
Good.
Nice. It's actually got a 1.
Back. I gotta go swap out my e-smoke batteries.
Yep.
All right.
1 to charisma.
If it does swing at me, I'm gonna use uncanny dodge. By the way.
That. Hold on.
Gotcha.
That will be my turn. Yeah. Yep.
Alright.
There you go.
You cast a Bane on it, so it's negative D4 to attack rolls
Do you
and
want me
saving
to
throws.
roll the d4, or do you roll it? I can't remember.
I'll roll it.
Okay.
Just to add it to the rolls I'm already making.
Gotcha.
Real quick, for someone who knows Bane,
Yeah.
The spell, is that towards all of its attacks have a D4 or just one of its first
All of
For-
attack?
its attacks
for-
have a D4. It's
for
just the
10
opposite of bless.
For
Thank you.
10 turns for a minute.
Gotcha, thank you.
Yep.
Lucian, getting the
Aye.
sneak on you, it's gonna drag you closer and attack you with Constrict.
Of course.
Attempting to constrict you, it will make the attack with advantage, because it does say it would have surprised you, but not got a surprise round.
Yeah.
Scoring a
Well,
natural
that's
20.
unfortunate.
Alright, well,
Going
my
to-
plan's out the window, because this is definitely knocking me.
Roll
Oh
damage.
my god! Oh
Yeah.
my
Well, it
god!
was a fun game. I'll see you next session.
Are you dead?
Oh my
Of
god.
course I'm dead. Elbozo. I'll see you guys next session. I'll have my new character ready.
Woo!
Well, the
Oh,
prize
well,
goes
I guess-
to.
I guess we were talking about it.
Yeah.
I'm the first death chat. Hi.
Oh!
Oh my
I'll start working on the backstory. I'll see you in like.
Oh my
I'll see you in a bit.
goodness!
Have fun with the session, guys.
Oh,
Oh my god.
let me read this just to check. Maybe it's a saving
You
throw.
go ahead.
Hold on.
You go ahead.
Okay.
I'll
Holy
get started.
shit.
Melee weapon attack. 1d20 plus 6 to hit. It did hit with a reach of 20 feet. One creature, the target takes 2d6 plus 4 bludgeoning damage and is grappled. Escape DC 14. Until the grapple ends, the target is restrained and it takes... Hold on. You might be fine, actually. Wait a minute, because I needed to check this. I think it might have rolled... Sorry, I didn't mean to heal you there. Before you make your new character, Okay.
I already have the
Okay.
tab open, buddy.
you're supposed to... Until this grapple ends, the target is restrained and takes...
Here,
6
let me see the
poison
text,
damage.
let me see it.
Okay.
Let me see the text. I'll read it.
I'll put it there. It says you take the poison damage at the start of each of your
Oh,
turns.
okay.
So I think you'll be fine. You're fine here.
Okay.
You'll
okay.
just take the bludgeoning damage. For some reason, when
Just the
the attack went through, it
bludgeoning,
added the
gotcha.
poison damage. So you're fine for now, but
So what's the bludgeoning?
12
What's the
points of
bludgeoning?
damage.
Okay, so
Oh,
12
actually, hold
plus-
on. It rolled a 12. It's 12 plus 4.
Okay, 12 plus 4,
16.
so 16. I have 4 health.
Oh my
Much better.
Jumps.
You're
Oh.
You're
fine.
jump scaring me, nerd. Jump
It's
scaring
still
me.
a lot of damage on your turn, which is next, however.
Okay.
At the
he
start
did-
of each of your turns, yeah.
False alarm,
So,
chat. False
Until
alarm.
until the scrapple ends, and okay.
You're
Well,
alive.
I'm just gonna get auto knocked, so I'm gonna reduce my HP to 0 already. But yeah.
So the CR3 doesn't insta kill you. You're lucky for now. Consider yourself
now.
lucky. Like I said, apologies for that. It rolled the
Uh,
dice. It's fine. We're good.
I was gonna say, if this thing just did 62
Uh,
damage, even if it was a crit, I was gonna say I'm disengaging and I'm walking
Alright.
away. We're
Lucian.
not fighting this.
Lucian,
Yeah, it's up.
you gonna use your phase step on me?
He's
It's the
unconscious.
start of my turn.
Okay,
I take
you-
damage, so no,
Yep.
no, I'm not.
So
Hmm.
with the start of your turn, you'll be taking 13
Fuck.
points of
Wait,
damage.
why? Wait,
Actually, wait.
It just knocks me.
my
so.
brain is
Yeah, Matt,
hurting.
doesn't
I don't
really matter.
understand
Okay,
why.
let me explain it, Cinder.
so-
So the attack that hit it
Uh-huh.
initially, the attack that hit him dealt 2d6 bludgeoning damage, doubled because it was a crit. So imagine that the plant reaches out, grabs him with the vines harmfully twist around him, and then at the beginning of each of his turns, he's going to take 6d6 poison damage, as the vines will slowly poison his skin from touch. The initial hit doesn't do the poison damage. Every subsequent turn, he takes the poison damage. As long as he is restrained by this thing. Which currently he's unconscious, so the chance of death still
Indeed.
lingers very, very presently as he's dragged straight into the pit with this massive plant.
Well,
Surely,
if we don't
this
get
is
him
what I
out in
get
this
for
round, he's dead.
suggesting we explore the whole dungeon.
If we don't get him out in this round, he's getting Rimmeraz killed.
Vyron, it's your
Surely,
turn.
this is an elbozo moment.
Alright. Uh-huh.
Temporary HP
Well-
isn't gonna stabilize him, is it?
No.
Nope.
No.
Let's start. Fuck it. Why not? Bonus action, I'll apply Wrathful Smite to my weapon. And let's just get swinging, not hit Lucian. Fucking first attack
Okay.
miss.
First attack misses. swing wide as you once again just swing at random vines, trying to cut him free, but some of them don't even affect the creature.
Okay.
That one though manages to hit as you cut at one of the major vines that seem to be slithering.
And fuck it. For the sake of it, let's apply my other divine smite. So let's see if I doubt it, but fiend or undead.
Nope. Plant.
Okay. Then
Fair ask.
yep. Okay.
Wait, is Jack grappled too?
Nope.
Nah.
Jack
This-
is poisoned.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So to get to it, let me actually.
23 damage. Oh, and my fire damage didn't apply. So another 1d8.
It is resistant to fire damage. So go ahead and roll.
Okay. Well,
Imagine.
I don't know if it's just to all my damage types. Okay, so 5 fire damage. Okay. Going down the list.
It's good.
Three.
You did well.
Yeah, I would say 3
Rolling the fire
necrotic.
damage separate was the best.
Tell me if it's resistant to any of this. 3 necrotic damage, 5 fire damage, 16 radiant damage, and 4
Only fire
psychic
and cold.
damage.
Only fire and cold.
Okay, and now it needs to make. I don't know if
What
it
are you-
if it
I need to
can,
add this
but out
in
of pure
mine.
curiosity, have it make a wisdom save.
Can make wisdom saving throws. I guess I don't see why it couldn't. It will have the minus D4 from Bane.
All right. Well, oh well.
Stain. All right.
And
wizard do I
that's
wanna
about the best
play?
I can do.
How smart is this thing?
Hmm.
Yeah, apparently, it got a 19, so smart
And it
enough.
gets a D4 as well. Jesus.
That's reduced to D4.
Oh. Oh, I see.
Bane.
Like
Oh, Jack.
gravity
Jack,
wizard.
it's your turn. What would you like to do?
Oh, that bitch would have just got a nat 22. Oh.
I got a 19, but yeah.
Okay, my turn.
Yep.
All right. Let's see here. Sorry, it's been a while. It's been a hot minute since
You're
I've
fine.
gone through my actual stuff.
There is a death on the line here, so feel free to take all the time in the world.
Oh, who's dying?
Lucian.
Hi. Essentially, when it gets
Did
to
you
the
try not
vines
doing
turn,
that, bud?
when,
I do
when
want
it
to point
gets
out,
to,
by the way, that
when it-
I did weaken this place a bit for the sake of Rookie being gone. So
Sure.
Yeah,
So just for context, when it gets to the vines turn, it's most likely going to hit me and make me fail 2 death saves. Then it's going to be my turn, and I'm going to take poison damage and then die.
No, I think it's gonna pull one of us in.
Nerd, what's the reach on this thing? Oh, you're
I
in
don't
the
think it
plant.
can grapple more than one person at a
What,
time.
what's up,
You're
Byron?
in the plant.
What's up, Byron? You said my name, I think.
No, I didn't say your name. I said I was gonna pull someone else in.
Oh, well, maybe. We'll see.
you're
Or
true
it'll
reach of
just-
this creature, Jack.
I'm about to do something stupid.
Well, I
Or
was
it's
gonna
just
say I
gonna
was gonna
execute
grab
Lucian.
him and run away, but he's in the plant.
He's
so-
restrained and taken in by it. You could attempt to free him from the vines, but someone else would have to pull him out. That would be up to Cinder. Attempting to free him, though, is going to be difficult. Would you like to
Ah.
try, or would you like to attack it and do straight damage?
um,
The choice is yours.
what do you think, Lucian?
What? What do you think? What am I thinking?
Do you think I should
Oh,
just try and
okay.
attack it straight up, or do you think I should try and release you and get
Yeah.
Cinder to carry you away?
To give you the
Mm,
gist, Lucian, basically, he can either do straight damage, or he can spend his turn attempting to free you, which won't be easy, and if he succeeds, then Cinder will have to take you out on their turn coming up.
Okay, so here's the thing. I
Mhm.
think that neither is particularly great, but you should probably just try and attack it because you are poisoned. You have disadvantage on your athletics checks to get me out. So,
Oh, good point.
and I'm pretty sure
Well,
your
I have
strength is already low.
disadvantage either
So,
way.
yeah.
Yep.
So that's my take on that. You do what you want with that information.
Go ahead and deal damage, Jack, if you would wish.
Yeah.
And as for condition of the creature, you aren't able to quite tell the condition of these vines. Vyra, as you strike it with your flaming sword of your purple fire, the fire seems to almost roll off and stick to different branches and bark, but it doesn't seem to be igniting and spreading immediately, as the creature seems fairly resistant to this external pain that it can't feel.
All right, so my attacks are at disadvantage, correct?
Yep.
Let me just check and see if I have anything that can nullify that potentially.
I don't believe you do, unless you consider. No, I don't know
It
about
would
it.
be, if
Sure.
anything, it would be the sneak attack, but that would only be for if I've already dealt a blow.
I don't know if you get advantage based on if you are with an ally or not, attacking the same creature.
Um,
Do you know Lucian off the top of your head?
What do I know? What? Sorry.
Does he get? Yeah, sorry, it's fine. Does he get advantage for being with an ally attacking the same creature?
No,
or...
he doesn't. It's a normal attack roll. He
That's
just
the
is
only
able
thing
to
that could
use sneak
possibly get
attack
you.
if he doesn't have disadvantage, but he does, unfortunately. So.
Alright then. Nope.
yeah,
Although if
I'm
you've
just
got
quick
steady
checking
aim,
if either. Yeah, I'm just.
I
Checking
don't know.
If either
I
my
don't know
He
what.
doesn't
I don't
have
know
it.
if you
level does
enabled any
anything.
of your rogue optional features, but if you have steady aim, you can
I'm
use your
level
bonus
5. I
action to-
haven't optioned into that yet.
He didn't. He didn't do it. He didn't do it.
Okay, well in that case, never mind then.
Plain and simple. Jack, go ahead and make your attacks. Disadvantage. Keep it at normal. There's nothing that I see in your kit that would give you advantage.
Yeah. So just this is straight up disadvantage.
Mm-hmm.
15 hit.
A 15 does manage to hit.
Okay. Then I'm gonna throw the sneak attack onto that one. That one first.
9 points of sneak attack damage. Where's your base weapon damage?
Getting there.
Thank you.
Oof.
Extra 5 points.
Okay.
Slash and cut to try and break him free, but to no immediate avail. And you aren't sure. Vines are just littering this pool of Lucian and plant.
All right, and then I got one more attack potential. One disadvantage roll. Ooh.
Ow.
Ooh. Ooh.
And that one misses.
Oh,
You
Ooh.
are just wildly swinging to break him free at this point.
well, we have one round to get. We have Cinder's turn to get him out. So
Good luck. It's been nice knowing you.
he's grappled. There's nothing he. Oh, he's so dead. He's so dead.
Oh, I'm absolutely dead.
Oh yeah, I got it.
It's okay, buddy. I'm gonna go with you.
Does anybody have any
Oh
diamonds?
boy,
Don't say
what
that.
are you gonna do? Don't make Snake NATO Part 2. You can live.
Remember
It's-
Go grab one of the
Trophonius's
crocodiles.
words.
It's not in
Don't make my death in vain. Escape.
it's not in Cinder's nature
What do
to
you-
abandon you.
What would you like to do, Cinder? It is your turn.
I
Your
would
choice.
like to fly up to him and cast Cure Wounds on him.
Okay. Go ahead.
All right.
Counter spells. Ah,
No. Don't you
Just
fucking
all
start.
you hear from inside the plant. Why am I still alive?
This might not matter at all, actually.
All right. Well. Here you go.
one
Well,
exhaustion
you got
point.
this.
Normal, I think.
Ooh.
There you go. You have 7
health, be good.
HP.
Yeah.
Okay.
Add that
If I have
exhaustion.
movement, I will move away.
At 1 point of
Alright,
exhaustion, you get
exhaustion
Justin.
1.
So
Boom boom.
the only risk I see with that right now, and my fear
If
now,
I can.
Cinder, is
Hmm.
the plant's grappling him. It's going to attack him. If he gets knocked on his turn, then he's gonna take the poison on his turn. Auto fail 2 death saves, and if he fails his death save, he dies anyway.
No.
That
The
would've
poison's
been
gonna make me fail
regardless.
1. It's gonna make me
Regardless of
fail
the
1,
fact
it's not
that
gonna
would have.
make me fail 2.
Yeah, I was gonna say, regardless of the fact. Wait. Why would the poison make you fail 1?
Oh, the reason you take 2 for being unconscious is because any melee hit on you is a critical. It's why if you get hit with a ranged attack, it's still just 1.
Interesting.
Well, maybe Trophonius would have lived then if we remembered that.
Oh well.
I'll
Because-
I guess.
I auto failed 2 on both him
don't-
and Heldmer.
Well, he
don't-
was in melee
Fine.
range, actually. That's
Uh,
fine.
I
Good
don't.
job, Cinder.
I don't remember what your ruling on was to do a spell as an action and what to do on a bonus action.
It's the same ruling that is just prevalent for 5e. When you cast a spell, you can't cast another leveled spell in your turn. You can only cast one leveled spell in your turn. You can cast a cantrip as a bonus action if you have one, or an action. But no spell with a leveled number next to it.
How grappled are we talking here?
Very grappled, incredibly. Restrained,
He-
tied down in
he-
vines.
He is at the point of being.
You could try and free
never mind, I'm
him,
not gonna
but
say
it would
that.
be difficult.
You know what I should have done? Fuck.
Hmm.
It would not have helped him with the poison, but I could have given him sanctuary at the very least. Oh well.
Oh, well. Yeah. It's
Then
the pressure of the moment that seems to get you
yeah.
taking your best judgment and casting it aside for a moment.
In theory, it should help some, regardless.
Definitely. So the Assassin Vine is obviously going to attack Lucian.
Let's hope that this does not crit again, because it, I believe, still has advantage.
It has
Advantage,
to
because he
-4.
is restrained, so it will roll again. Huh? Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
It has to
Right, you are.
minus a d4.
I will say it did have advantage, so I'll just roll that again, and then I'll roll a d4, and we'll just go with whatever the lowest option is, or higher, rather. So, 14, does that hit?
Actually, a 10.
No, 14, because it's the 18. It had advantage.
Oh,
Yep.
it had advantage? Okay, I thought it had disadvantage.
He's grappled by it, yeah.
So,
Okay.
Lucian, does 14 hit you?
14? No.
For you?
Is that rolled at a... Oh, wait, it's fine. Yeah, never mind.
That was an advantage. I just rolled twice and took the highest.
Yep. Yeah, 14 does not, no.
Alright then, in that case
And
you're
18
good.
would have, yeah.
You are going to take that poison damage, though.
Indeed.
Wait, am I supposed to be taking
which
poison
knocked me.
damage too?
Nope, you're good. Yep, that knocks you down. Once again.
But at least
Unconscious, you
but
feel...
it-
The eternal game.
but at least you
I
had
remember
some
this
health.
dance too well.
But at least you had
This is-
some health, because if you had taken that
Yep.
damage while you were unconscious, you would have failed.
Lucian, I will say,
What's that?
so, call me curious. Since you take the damage at the start of your turn that knocks you unconscious, would that mean that you still use the rest of your turn to make a death, or would it just skip your turn?
You make the death save at the start of your turn, and at the start of my
Coolio.
turn, I then got knocked to 0, so
Oh, yeah, you're
I'm
fine.
good.
Just asking.
Yeah.
Oh,
My
sorry.
turn.
There you go, Ryan.
Alright,
It
yeah.
basically saved you from having to do a death save.
You are correct.
Alright,
Do it
well,
again.
let's
Yeah, but now he's gonna
fucking-
have exhaustion.
That's
Yeah.
exhaustion or being alive. You take your pick.
As
There's a
someone who
20 hit.
danced with death regularly as a
It's fine, it's
necromancer,
fine. That 20 hits.
Fuck it, why not?
that level 5
know
exhaustion
what?
sucks nuts.
Fuck it,
Yeah,
we
we gotta get him out of here. Another divine smite.
Alright.
Watch, the albatross are gonna pawl in and help us.
These things don't care about us.
Yeah, they're just watching from afar, seeing how you handle the situation.
16 damage. And let's see if attack number 2 hits. 16. Nerd?
Oh, yes, that does hit.
Okay.
It's a shame certain weapons don't get advantage on certain enemies.
Okay,
Attack
so
damage.
it takes a total of...
Did you roll the fire
27.
damage separately, or did you roll it with? You did.
It's with. So on the first roll, it
necrotic.
was 1 fire damage. On the second roll, it was 7 fire damage.
It straight up rolls an 8.
It's healing. No.
That was to account for the fire damage.
Okay.
Regardless, back in the action, you deal a significant blow to it, and you see many of the vines are being chopped away at this point. You feel like you're making some good leeway. Jack, it's your turn. What'd you like to do?
Now the question becomes, what dies first? The plant from the amount of hits we do to it, or Lucian because of anti-boomeranging rules that we have in play?
Feed me, Seymour. Gotta remember. Oh, let's not target Lucian. I gotta reset my macros because they don't fucking work. Ugh. All right, disadvantage. Does that hit?
No. Misses.
You know, I didn't even consider the fact because I wasn't expecting to get jumped by this plant. If I had known this, I would have given you an wow.
Woo! Suck
That
my
does
ass.
definitely hit with his advantage. Whew.
I
Double
would
that
have
20. Oh
used
my goodness.
10 points to fucking cure your poison.
Question: Does the nat 20 also affect
Yes, it does. You
for
faked
the
your
sneak
sneak
attack?
attack. Yes, yes, yes.
Oh, that's a real fucking shame for you, isn't it? Okay, there's one, and then habit.
Well, how do you want to kill it? Double nat 20, can't do nothing about that.
Pull our fucking clown
What
out.
kind of plant is this? Is it like the big
It's
mouth
a-
one, or is it just a bunch of vines?
It's a mass of vines and weeds that seem to pull him in, tighten around him, and trying to almost drag him into the ground.
Okay.
This plant truly
Basically,
punishes the kill.
do any of the vines seem to be like a base vine?
Many of them, it's just a tangled mass of vines with
Fucking sweep them
various
all then.
flowers on them. So you'll just start hacking away at them frantically.
Basically, there
Okay.
ain't nothing fancy
With-
about this one. It's a mass of vines. I'm killing a Tangela.
Pushing through the poison that currently courses through your veins, weakening you, and ignoring it for but a moment to power on, you cut away at the vines with almost surgical precision, cutting Lucian out perfectly, making the vines. You don't hear a noise per se, but they kind of reel back, and a few of them start disappearing into the nearby stoneworks to retreat from whatever fight they may have already lost. Whereas a currently just Lucian sits in a pit with smoldering flame that's starting to build up. You quickly pull him out, throw him to the side, and then the vines that were chopped, this current pile of mush is just ignited in flame at the moment, burning away. The embers kind of crinkling into the sky.
Okay.
Jungle
dead.
sings on. Yes, very.
Well,
Double
guys,
nat
I guess
20.
we
There's
can,
really no.
I guess we can't expect all of the plant enemies to be printed on the map.
Out of curiosity, how many did I overkill by?
Not much. This thing had
Okay.
80 something HP.
Well, let's
So, for posterity's sake, I just want to see if I would have missed that.
You are perfectly fine.
Oh my god.
I'm still bleeding out.
13.
Yeah, you
Regardless,
Okay.
are. Yeah, I'll
Tender
heal
Ellie.
you.
let's
Well,
Takes
let's
someone.
not take risks with this right now for the sake of it.
Well, no, I was just curious if I would have been able to hit my next attack.
So-
Jack and Lucian both get rid of your poison.
Oh, thank
Hell
God.
yeah.
I'm
No
gonna
more
just use
poison.
5 lay on hand spools on each of you to cure it.
Heal at 5 HP and cure your poison.
all right, here. Take this as well.
Oh,
I don't think you heal with the cure poison. I think I just expend 5.
Okay,
You are correct.
fair enough then.
9 healing.
Both of you feeling relieved of the poison that courses through your systems, almost as if another, much more sinister poison takes its place. This one doesn't feel as bad though, so you're fine. The poison is burned away by a searing for a moment before disappearing completely.
Well, let's not play with disadvantage anymore. Lucian, how many exhaustion points do you have?
1,
Exhaustion
I
points, 2.
think. 2? Oh.
Because you just revived him, so.
So my speed is halved. I hope you guys enjoy dealing with a cripple for a little bit.
so,
well.
I'll chill with you.
okay, now that this is
You know,
dead,
that's on me for thinking all the plants were handled.
Being dragged out of the pit by your allies, you catch your breath and your group sits still for a moment. The bird's just watching you from afar, perched up in one of the trees, the one in the statue just looking down at your group.
Oh, that was embarrassing.
nerd.
As it is.
What?
Thanks.
Jack?
all
Were
of you.
are any of the vines still intact?
No, they're all burning away right now.
Okay.
Speaking of, you see this Elbis take flight over towards the water, soon coming back with what looks like a leather satchel that it holds beneath its legs full of water that it brings and dumps onto the fire. The rest of the birds joining it in almost a daisy chain.
Put it out. Put it out.
And all that's
Well,
left is smoldering
not
rubble.
particularly planning on doing any more fighting, but just for the sake of it, since we're here and I might as well burn it. Lucian, you
risk
can
checking
heal
in
back
here?
another 7 health, and I'll just burn the last of my hands healing you.
Understandable.
Guys,
Just for safety's sake.
do we risk checking in this other little round building?
Well, we already fought for it. We might as well see it.
Yeah, death experiences aside, we have a meeting to get to.
Okay. Let's just
Just
peek
give
in
me
here
a
and see if there's
little bit
anything
longer.
fun.
Peeking into that room.
Phew!
The pagoda. This crumbling pagoda may have been lovely once, with its wide, graceful arches inviting the breeze to blow through and overlooking a silent pool below. But time, decay, and some bestial presence has given it a sinister air. It smells foul, and dark stains cover the floors and seep down the white steps.
Uh-oh.
Do you search around? You almost see what looks like makeshift nests in here that the Elbis stay in. This is their home. One of them is just currently watching the nest inside of it. You see below the Elbis's feet multiple trinkets and items, some gold coins and what looks like a dirtied scroll next to a skeleton.
Oh.
It just stares at you as you walk in the room.
You know, to each their own on this one. But I already played through Curse of Strahd. I don't want to fist fight birds for gold coins again.
Again? Oh
Yeah,
boy.
don't worry. The start of Strahd was something special. We did not like the Raven people very much.
I'm sure it was.
How smart are these things?
Incredibly intelligent, from what you can tell,
Uh,
beyond basic intellect.
Very smart,
So there's a pile like right here, right?
dude.
Mm-hmm.
Good luck to you.
There's be some sort of scroll, assorted gemstones and golds, and what looks like a bracelet around the skeleton's arm. Bobbles as the bird watches over you.
I'm preparing to draw new art when your character dies.
Tilts its head looking towards you. Mine.
I have an idea, but I have to check my inventory here.
Widens its wings and lowers its head as you enter. Mine.
What speaks?
Yeah, it
Yes.
talks.
Well, if this
Actual Raven people, great.
that's what I'm hoping for actually.
I don't know you. We've never met
All right.
before.
The bird only seems to mind Jack.
So, what I would like to do is gesture for it to come on down. I will sit on the floor and be as unthreatening as possible.
It'll kind of flap its wings to the side and kind of raise its head once more and just curiously come over towards you.
At least the pirate
like-
aesthetic will be
what do
complete when
you
he
want?
loses an eye.
What do you want here?
I would like to offer a potential trade to you, since you seem to be of the shiny loving type.
Leans its head inward. You see its beak pointing almost face to face with you, and it says, "What do you have to offer?"
I have a
Shinier than
few.
these? And it looks towards its horde.
A what?
Shinier than these? Perhaps?
I'm gonna hold out
Valuable?
5 gold coins. I'd be wondering if you'd be willing to trade some of your more dull colored items for some of these shiny ones.
Make a deception check with disadvantage. Or persuasion, rather.
How? I'm not lying or anything.
That's why I said persuasion, Jack.
Persuasion.
Or would you rather me not have you make a check at all and you auto-fail?
No, shut up. Normal or disadvantage?
Disadvantage. That still lingers. It's not buying it. Okay.
Yeah.
That's perception.
Was that?
Yep.
Oh, mother.
Roll again.
El Bozo.
Persuasion.
Oh, Bozo.
El Bozo.
Still roll incredibly high no matter what, so.
L plus ratio. L plus ratio.
It
just got
leans down to
ratio.
you, looks at the coins in your hand. It will peck your hand. The 13 hit.
No.
It pecks at your hand, you quickly pull it out of the way, and it says, I'm not stupid. I have more of that than you have, by a lot. You have to give me something unique that I don't already have.
Mm.
No. And make it quick. You have places to be.
Am I really willing to potentially part with that? Mm.
Better decide now. It grows impatient.
Um. I'm either debating here between my spyglass or my hair care kit.
So make a choice now.
I know. How the fuck do I roll a 2?
/R 1d2.
Slash R. Please, God, don't be a 1. Oh, fuck. All right. Well, then I guess I'm offering up my spyglass.
Looks towards it for a moment. What does this do?
It helps you. It helps you see much farther than you currently can. I'm gonna extend it and hold it up for it to look through.
Quickly, it will dart its head towards the eye hole and look through it. Make a persuasion with advantage.
Persuasion with advantage. Persuasion with advantage. How about a please? What the fuck?
It nods its head for a moment. All right. I will trade you this for the scroll. Useless paper.
All right. I can accept that trade.
Yep. We'll walk over towards its nest and peck down at the scroll tube, purposefully making the effort to open the tube and pull the scroll out, not giving you the entire tube and handing the scroll to you. It is a scroll of protection versus undead specifically.
Ooh. I don't suppose that would fit in my
It
crossbow case,
says,
would it?
add it to the pile.
I'm gonna gently set it down.
You put it down and it nods its head and says, you have places to be. Go. Go.
I'm going. I got a lot of shit to tab through.
Get the fuck out.
And it
Mhm.
goes back to its roost, looking at its new
I'm-
trinket.
Kind of want one of the eggs, to be honest.
They don't have it.
I
No
guess we're not
eggs.
crossing through that door. But
They're currently, they have laid none currently. But either way, what will your group do now?
I could have very easily tried to slide a hand to that bitch too to take more, but I chose not.
Well, it's
not
time for the
very
heist.
easily is a strong word for a bird.
There's a bird right here. Just so you know.
You,
Yep.
yeah, you
It's
you
just
want to
first in your
fucking
mind.
bet?
There. I do. It's right there. I can see it.
No, I mean for taking other stuff.
It's like an illusion.
Oh yeah, no, I would have failed that 100%.
What's up?
Either way, pressing forward, will your group go to Zalcor?
Are you sure that's the plan?
Right?
Whee.
Do any of you want to stay behind, seeing as this would be the opportune time to look for the vase?
Look
Look
for it.
for it. Do we not?
Look towards taking it.
Oh, I see.
There's a bird right here.
Well,
Yep.
I was gonna say that's where I come
Interested
in.
in moving.
Yeah, go for it.
So are you two gonna stay behind while the other two go and get the flower?
Yep.
All right. Then we'll get with you two first before we get to Viren and Jack. The two of you head up to the door to the decorum and enter in. Zalcor is still looking at the mirror and talking to Thyru as you enter. She says, "Oh, have you completed the task?"
Yes, the pair of ogres and the spider you wish dead are no longer here.
One of the Elbis enters in the room and she looks towards it, almost not ignoring you, but directing her attention towards the Elbis, which walks up to her and says, "They have done it." And she just nods her head and says, "All right. Thank you for that. Might I ask where your other compatriots currently are? You're missing two. Did they leave?"
Currently recovering from a certain vine attack that previously got me as well, but I needed to be here to speak to you, so.
Deception check.
Yes, of course.
With advantage because you told a half-truth.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Well, I could say no advantage, but I feel generous today. After he
Yeah.
almost died.
Generous indeed.
Which, speaking of,
Unfortunately,
by the way,
Timora doesn't smile twice.
Speaking of, by the way, Lucian, for next session you'll have inspiration, seeing as you survived the grasp of death.
Wowie
Twice.
zowie, thank you, DM.
Coolio. And she'll go ahead and...
Man, too bad I don't get a DM for advantage for
Oh,
being
well,
missing.
my
That is
God.
tragic. Absolutely tragic.
thinks for a moment and walks to pick up the flower and picks it up and starts bringing it over to you, but as she does, one of the Elbis walks up and says, "They lie. They did not take injuries from the plant. They wait next to his ashes." She
Our
looks
fuck.
confused towards the bird for a moment. The bird shakes his head and says, sorry, they wait in the dining hall." Zalcor thinks.
The bird just about
hearing
got himself
this.
murked.
Not to intrude, but they didn't take physical injuries. But as our cat friend was cutting up the vines, some of them stuck him, and he got a little bit poisoned.
Zalcor says, "All right." She hands you the flower, stays very close to you, and says, "At the very least, I must tell them goodbye if your group is to leave soon. Allow me to follow along."
Yeah, yes, of course.
Well, that's
Sure
gonna
thing.
be really unfortunate.
Oh, rather unfortunate, but we're not talking about that right now.
"You may lead the way. I'll follow you to your vessel of transport."
Of course. Well, yeah, if you guys are
We're gonna be gone. The problem is you two.
Oh, yes, it is. Hey, Cinder, how good are you at running?
Running? You mean flying?
Lucian, your
That's
speed is halved.
Yeah, you think
Okay.
I don't know that?
So, quick question: Do the
Oh, we're going
Ashes.
towards them? I thought we were gonna meet all of them up at the boat.
door shut.
question?
She'll
You
follow
said
you
Well, that
right.
something
is the
about the
most
ashes needed to
convenient
stay
way.
in the jar.
She's
yeah, they do.
wait. What
Okay.
did you say, nerd? She's following us just wherever we're gonna go.
Yes, it's very much so. So where do the two of you wish to walk? She will be following you through the garden until you return to your way out, into the boat. But she will follow you no matter what path you choose to get there.
Okay, in that case, I guess we can take the long way.
Go ahead and drag your tokens, and I'll just go put her down next to the boat.
Yeah.
Indeed, this is gonna be bad.
Oh yeah.
Hopefully speaking, we can get this done and be
The two
at
of you
the
can-
boat.
Elbowed by modifier. Elbowed
know-
by modifier.
I'm just gonna take you guys and say that you're. So would the two people that are stealing the vase want to be running out first before the others come out of the building? What's the order of
No, we
operation?
don't want to be running because that'll be suspicious as fuck.
Well,
want
we're
to
gonna
leave
have
it-
to run.
Do you want to be at the boat before the other two are? Is what I'm asking.
Here's what I
Probably,
was.
yes.
Here's kind of what I was thinking, and Jack, you're gonna have to decide which one you'd rather have.
take you two along, and I'll say you guys are like over here. Don't worry about the man-eater, by the way. Any plant she's around is nullified unless she commands.
We have two choices here, Jack.
Mm-hmm.
Either I could try to cast command to see if I could get this thing to just fly up, or I could use my channel divinity to dreadful aspect and try and scare it off.
I don't think you're gonna want to scare it, because if you scare it,
I
it's
was
gonna
gonna
alert the 20 or so others that are around the
Getting
area.
to it, you two will be, just so you're not next to the plant, over here whenever as we get to them.
Got my foundry.
So you two are right there as we get back to them. So the two of you, what are you two doing?
Okay, so before we start this, someone had said that the ashes need to stay in it.
Yes,
Why?
because they won't accept that. So we're getting this jar for Jabal for his monument for the city. It needs
And
to
he
have
wants the bitch's ashes
Yeah,
as well.
it needs to have historical relevance, and these are the soldiers of an ancient warrior, or the
The
ashes.
general of an ancient city.
Yeah, and if the ashes are gone, it's just a jar, and he won't care about it.
And how the fuck is he gonna know some ashes from another?
We're just gonna just
Does it
don't
matter
empty
if
the
you pour
ashes.
the ashes out? That's my
Don't pour the-
question.
Yeah, does it matter?
No,
don't
not
pour
at
'em.
all. Like, why do you?
Why do you
He
want
just
to
wants
pour?
the jar.
No, he. Okay, I'm asking you. Why is it important to you to pour out the ashes?
Because what if she checks?
If she sees you with that jar in her hands, it doesn't matter. She will kill you.
Where the hell was that other jar?
I say, don't matter if the ashes or no ashes.
That's why I said to disguise the jar that you take to look like something that's not important.
Mm-hmm.
Is there
So-
any piece of rubble nearby that is vaguely jar-shaped?
Dude, you don't need it. You have a 3D fucking pen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but disguising a rock to look like a jar that's already vaguely
You
jar-shaped.
don't need to disguise anything. You can make a replica jar with almost no hassle. You will have to make a
Alright.
roll, but it will be a a roll will weigh in your favor.
Alright, then we need to deal with the bird.
Okay.
Alright.
So
Yes.
Byron,
here's-
how would you like to deal with the bird?
So here's the different options. Command. If I command it, I can only do a one-word command. The command will basically have to be something like along the lines of fly, or something like
Leave?
that. Leave, whatever. But the thing with command is once it does the command, it can instantaneously basically look back and see what we're doing. Command only works for the action that it will perform. It will perform one action for me. Dreadful
So-
aspect will fear it from me entirely.
Can we get it to go to the nest?
If you can think of a one-word command that
Nest?
well, it's not really like I don't know if nerd would
Just
classify
me-
that as like,
Nah.
Enunciate
It has
it
to
in
be
such a
something-
way that it
it has
seems
to
like
be
the nest is in
something
danger.
very general. It has to be a very, very general one-worded thing, like leave, monologue, go,
yeah.
dance.
It
something
has to
like
be
that.
an action for it to perform. I can't
It
like
can't
give
be
it a
vague.
yeah. I can't
has
give it like
to
a
be
vague
obvious.
instruction. It has to be like a direct action that it will perform.
I guess leave would be the best option then.
Hmm.
It's about
Alright.
the only thing I could think of.
All right. Let's
Unless these things are working on a hive mind, then we're fucked either way.
I don't think they are, but no, you never know.
The birds are not.
Okay.
They just keep very good communication with one another.
So I'm only gonna get to do this one time.
Good luck.
Hope you're fast on your feet.
Brother,
Hope I'm fast on my feet.
I have 2 uses of feline agility.
Well, I can run, I can dash. Yeah, look, it's
ahead.
looking like it's looking like command is the option. In the end of the day, it doesn't really make too much of a difference. I think it's the exact same save. Let's see, whiz save. What's dreadful aspect? Whiz save. It's the same save either way. It's just the context of how long it will be gone for. Well, let's hope for the best. I guess I'm gonna cast commands.
All right.
Let's see if
And
it
that's if
fails its
it
save.
doesn't have resistance to it.
You fucker. Well, oh well.
Rolled
That's
good.
not gonna work.
So you look to it and say leave.
I'll just say fly.
It'll look to you and say no.
Oh well.
And just keep
The
sitting there.
keyword was please all along.
So Jack, how we
It
how we
doesn't
doing
seem
this?
like it doesn't seem aggravated by you. Like you casted the spell very obviously, but it doesn't seem to care enough.
Jack, how we doing this? I only got one spell slot left in my channel divinity.
What's your
If you
other
try
spell?
again, it will be aggravated, but you can try again.
My other spell can be another cast of command or any of my first levels. That's my all I have left is one first level spell slot and my channel divinity.
I don't
Yeah.
suppose. Nah, that probably wouldn't work. They're probably afraid of her.
May I just state for the record that you technically don't have to be the one to make the jars look different. You could be where Viren is and deceiving the fuck out of this bird.
So I have a question.
It doesn't matter who uses the paint and takes the jar. It just matters the bird is distracted.
Can I split the paint in two?
Yes, there are multiple things of paint.
Okay. I would like to pull out the ones that would look the most like the jar, and kind of just
The
gently.
paints don't look like the jar. The paints are a 3D set of paints that you can use to make something that looks like the jar if you would like to.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna leave a few of the paints by the jar.
Okay.
Now, was it ever stated anything about this statue? Is
The
this
statue
her
is a statue of
lover?
her husband. Yes.
Okay. And it's just a gray statue.
Big old gray statue. Looks damaged. The eyes are carved out.
All right. I'd like to
The-
climb the statue
Oh no.
Okay. To what avail?
up to his face.
You fly up and the bird just get off.
I'm gonna. I was wondering if you would be able to tell me what her husband looked like. After her hospitality, I'd like to give her something nice in return. I'd like to at least give this statue a bit of humanity for her.
Get
Something
down
she
and
can
I'll tell
remember him properly.
you. You do not get to do that. Get down.
How distracting am I being?
The bird seems focused completely on Jack at the moment. Very,
Aaron,
very aggressively.
Well,
get your
I-
ass to the vase.
okay, I will do that. I'm going to give you the complete heads up with 1 point of exhaustion. I have disadvantage on all ability checks.
Oh, motherfucker.
Byron, would you like to
Yep.
make a fake jar?
I want to make a fake jar as best as I can. I'm not at the
All right.
crafts type.
Make me performance check with disadvantage because your exhaustion.
Good luck. I didn't think that
Performance
far.
Your
disadvantage.
I
performance
didn't
is
think
pretty
about that
good.
part.
My performance is a +3.
So maybe you can get it. And oh, okay, never mind.
Oh, we ain't getting it.
Actually,
Hey, yo.
That's persuasion.
That's persuasion. Well,
make again.
they have the
I was
same
gonna say,
modifier.
Before
but-
you roll. Oh, did they? Do you just want to stick
Yeah.
with that then?
Yeah, I was gonna say they're both
We'll stick
they're
with
both +3.
We'll stick with it. In that case, the Elvis will go ahead and get an insight check with disadvantage because it's focused on Jack at the moment.
His
You're
modifier's higher.
Yep.
Oh,
Focused, kind of understanding the importance of this statue. This Elvis is much more focused on that and not
I'm
trying
gonna
to.
slowly climb down off to this side then.
It'll look and almost just fly down to you and then start swatting its wings at you, trying to get you out of the building.
Yeah,
Okay.
she's trying to do
Shoot.
something nice. I don't do it
It's
very
out.
often.
Get out!
It's
And-
all right, Jack.
All right, fine.
Come this way.
And you take the vase and hide it, or just
Yeah,
leave with it.
I take the vase and I shuffle out this room, hiding it.
What do you do with the vase?
Whee!
What,
I
Jack,
have
you go
multiple-
through here.
I have
Actually,
multiple,
no, I am going out that way instead, yeah.
It's forcing you through there. Yeah.
I have multiple sacks, brown sacks, and backpacks.
Okay, so you put it in one of your sacks.
Yeah.
All right. You take the jar and head your way. Jack, you head your direction. And
Yeah.
I'm
You
gonna get
two
attacked
will-
by
Our coffin
something.
is on its way.
you two be wherever you want to whenever. Jack, I'll say
Where
you
am
will,
I?
Jack,
Where
let
am I
me-
supposed to head?
yeah, where's your token? Here, you're gonna be over here. I'll say you'll see the others, and will you head over to them?
Alright, so
Yes.
I'm instantly heading to the boat.
Byron, you shuffle on over to the boat, and Zalcor just looks over to you, Jack, as you arrive, kind of seeing the rest of them walking at the same time. I'll say, rather, Jack, you're over here while the three of them see you and come up to you. And Zalcor
Jack,
says,
you're
"Oh,
back.
hello."
Did you get that poison cleaned up?
Yeah, more or less.
Good.
Zalcor nods and
Byron's
says,
waiting at our boat, I presume?
Jack?
Hmm?
He asked you a question.
Oh, what was? Sorry.
Byron's waiting for our vessel, I presume?
Yeah, he should be. He should be here shortly. I think he had to go take a leak or something.
I hope
Wonderful.
not in the garden. It's
Where
bad for
is
the
your
plants.
token?
I can't imagine he'd do something like that, not to worry.
Chill.
I'm sure he's
As
got a
she-
jar or something he could pee in. I don't know.
As she looks to walk over, the Albus will form her a bridge.
So she's just gonna walk over the birds.
They
Yes.
extend their wingspan and she walks over them. These are very large and hardy birds. It is quite easier for her and them.
I don't.
She
I
might
was
be
gonna
walk
say
across
something,
the
but I
water.
don't think I have enough movement.
You
Yeah,
guys
no,
can
I
walk
don't.
across as
Alright.
well.
Yeah, I just don't want to. They're gonna do something.
I just
They
fly
let go
on
and you
over.
splash into the water.
Nah. Dickheads.
They'll scatter off. She says, "Oh, how rude of them." You two
It's
will just
fine.
be in the water and crawl back up through this way, I guess.
That's a 5-foot wall. I could climb. I could
The
sneeze my
treatment
way
of
over that.
the servant's treatment of me show nothing of your kindness, ma'am.
Wait, here it
Thank you
comes.
so much. I appreciate it. And Byron, you
No
see her
problem.
walking up with the rest of them at this point.
I'm gonna start untying the boat and lowering it.
As you're lowering the boat, she'll just walk up towards the ship, waiting for the rest of the group to arrive.
I'll just say, how you doing? Sorry about that. Just got a bit drained after all I was.
I'm just gonna
Sharing
say
the-
this now. We 100% should have dumped out the ash because I have a feeling there's some kind of connection
No,
there
you
that we're not
don't want
aware
to
of.
dump out the ash.
I said,
You're being
I'll-
paranoid.
I'll just say, yes. Sorry about that. I
You've
just
just
sort of
been my DM for how goddamn long.
exhausted.
I have a
my-
right to be paranoid.
Jack,
Shut up.
I was gonna say we fail our mission if we
What?
dump the ashes.
roleplay is going on. You can save these comments for typing in OOC or the chat.
Sorry, I sort of exhausted myself curing Lucian and Jack's poison, and didn't want to come across as rude, being too tired.
Make a deception check.
I did cure their poison.
Maybe you were doing a little bit more on the time, and she's being very cautious to read you at this point.
With the disadvantage, because you're.
Ah, yeah,
Oh,
you're
no,
right.
never mind. Oh, wait,
So
you have
you wanna make
exhaustion point, yeah.
disadvantage? Please do.
I was thinking
Chub your
poison, but
roll?
no, it was exhaustion. Hey,
19.
Hey,
Right, and she'll roll her insight.
you're better at lying than I am.
I will
watch
say,
her get a fucking nat 20. Woo! Woo!
God.
she looks for a moment and stands, just not speaking a word, as one of the Elvis will fly on over,
Uh-oh.
land next to her, and say, "That one was being troublesome, but they didn't do anything untoward."
Jack,
Zalcor
what did you
just
do?
nods her head.
Misunderstanding of kindness.
Let's see.
I merely offered to make the statue for when your husband sees it to look more lifelike, to be a better surprise for him.
Let me read something.
My apologies, ma'am.
Those were the wrong words to say to her.
Hold on.
She destroyed that
His
statue herself.
return. I never said anything about him being dead.
I'm saying she destroyed that statue herself.
She,
Oh, the statue was destroyed?
yeah,
She destroyed the face
I
on it
told you
herself.
She scratched the face off of it.
I missed that part.
I
Yeah,
told
he
you that.
didn't.
Well, regardless, her eye kind of twitches a little bit through the veil. You see, At this point now, you see a serpentine gaze.
I guess it was a misunderstanding on both ends, to be completely honest, and I probably should have checked with you first.
We
But I was merely trying to return your hospitality.
understand, though might I recommend you leave.
Understood.
I think that's a good
Apologies.
idea.
Right
We'll
on.
be on our way now.
I'm
Her breath.
jumping on that boat and we're going down.
She catches her breath and says, "Okay. Your visit here was very pleasant. It's not often we get guests. Please feel
We have
free
the-
to visit any time you wish."
Did we get the flower
Thank you,
already?
ma'am. That's
Yeah, you got the flower as well.
Pog.
that's very nice of you. I'll be
Well,
sure to make good on your
As
offer.
it was nice of you as well.
Get the fuck out
What are you gonna say?
on the fucking
Fire?
boat.
What are you gonna say, Byron?
I was gonna say we'll be sure to return and enjoy another wonderful meal with you and your very hospitable husband.
This will be a safe place for you should you ever need it. Your group jumps in the canoe and sails away without issue.
I'm
Yep,
helping.
Away
I'm
we
helping.
just
go.
I'm
stand on the
helping
side,
Mission
waving
get
you
in
off,
the boat.
waving
Back
you
get
as you
the
leave.
fucking canoe.
And you see from very far away at this point, as you guys leave, she'll take the veil off and head back into her garden.
I haven't had to do
Yikes.
that in such a
I
long
will-
time.
I will dig through my brown bag and pop out a jar and say, "Well, mission accomplished."
We can
Thank
never
God.
return here again.
Oh,
Good to
never.
hear.
I mean, we can. It's a safe place in the middle of the jungle, but I'd
Yeah,
prefer
the jar is
we
completely
don't.
replaced. She will not notice a change whatsoever.
I'd very much prefer we
Oh,
don't return, but if we
Ah.
have to, because we're caught out in the middle, then so be it.
Yes, worst case scenario, we can always return, but preferably that was almost as bad as it could have gone.
It was just like being back where
to
I
be
was
fair, it
originally
went better
from.
than it could have
Everyone
gone.
needs a different demeanor to act with them.
I had faith in you, and you did great.
Yes, you did do a pretty great job with the jar, I will admit.
If not for Jack's quick thinking, we would we probably wouldn't have gotten out as easy.
Those birds are
Ah.
sharp. Very sharp.
So did
Either
anybody
way.
see me get that scroll, by the way, or at least what the scroll was?
Yes, the entire group is watching you.
I can take a look at it if it's a magic thing.
Is there
Or I guess
any way you
Cinder
can
can as well.
duplicate it?
But I was gonna say, you already. Since the group was with you, I assume that you had the group watch and know they cannot duplicate it. It is a scroll of protection from undead.
Action from undead. Alright, let's see who this applies to.
Save that for the end of the campaign, please.
Protection from
When we
undead.
go to
So,
Omil.
while you're reading through that, a few key notes about this encounter, since I imagine Nangalore's complete. You've done it, survived, and succeeded.
We do it?
There were 3 conditions which could not have been brought up during any course of conversation with her. First condition, destroying her ashes, damaging his statue, or doing anything whatsoever towards his statue, which is why she freaked out at the end there. Second
Mhm.
condition, the first time someone makes a disparaging remark about her husband or refers to his betrayal, they draw a furious response from her. Third,
Ooh.
if someone snatches away Zalcalore's veil, makes a grab for the Black Orchid, or brings out a mirror, their fate is sealed.
Or brings out a mirror, oh boy.
Oh, it's a good damn thing I didn't use my fucking hair.
She does not like seeing herself.
Indeed. Also,
No,
I
I
just
couldn't
checked.
imagine
It is
why.
a wizard spell, so I
It
can
won't
scribe
turn
it
her
into
to
the
stone.
spellbook.
She can't turn herself to
You
stone.
can?
She
Yeah, I
cannot.
can scribe it into my spellbook.
You can have the spell. It's just you can't. Yeah. You can't like duplicate the scroll itself. Not.
Well, no, but he can add it to his book so he can
Yep.
use it whenever.
Yep. Just keep in mind, Lucian. It is protection that only for undead. Which.
Only
Yeah.
for undead. Alright, I'll
Honestly,
edit that once
that'll
I get
be
it in there.
immensely helpful.
Yeah, that's not
Apart
terrible.
from
I'll
that,
take it.
something that I find completely absurd about her fight. If you reduce her to 63 hit points or fewer, which is roughly half, she calls out to her dead lover for protection. The spirit of her dead lover answers the call, appearing as a barely visible 10-foot tall apparition of a Chultan warrior, wielding a massive spear of force, and tries to attack you.
Oh
God, she
god.
wasn't schizophrenic.
Oh, she very much was. However, the ghost would have heard her call in her dying hours.
So, out of curiosity, is that scroll worth the fucking 55 gold I just traded it for?
55?
Yeah, because that's what
No,
you've
no,
got
okay, actually,
eyeglasses
yeah.
marked for.
Roughly around.
Because you dropped
Depends
it
on
a
how
little
much-
bit.
To
Depends on
answer
how
your question, it depends how much value you assign to the spell, but it's gonna cost me another 50 to put it in the book, so no, probably not.
So, apart from that,
Still, that's a pretty good spell to have.
her clothing and veil, or her dress and veil, was worth 60 gold if not damaged by fire, acid, or slashing. And she had 2d6 vials of dream tenicature, which is the strange juice she gave you. Just assume you have really rough nightmares when you go to sleep tonight.
I cured
Sweet.
that poison.
Well, the lingering effect still similarly.
Man, it's a
Yep,
good
is
thing I
it-
don't dream.
Is it
Hell,
Demogorgon
bozo.
or Dendar?
Demogorgon is my magic.
Then in that case, the nightmares will still persist regardless.
No, well, different nightmares.
Yeah.
Hey, congratulations for once. You're gonna have nice dreams.
However, everything that was basically all the key notes about that encounter.
Alright.
Saltcore has been bested, and you leave on your canoe back towards Kirsabal, I assume.
The bird people.
Are we
Yep.
rocking one canoe or two canoes currently?
That was Nangalore, so we head back. We head back to the bird people. We rest up, and then we make our way towards I forget the name, but Frog Place. And then we
I
go
wanna
that
go
way,
get that
meet up
berry
with the
treasure.
second guide, do the fire finger, and then head back to
What the fuck?
Nyanzara. That's right.
So, first step Kirsabal, second step Dungrungalung.
Yep.
As we begin.
Wait, that's the frog people?
Yes.
Yes.
I cannot go in there.
Yes. Very much so.
You can
That's
sleep
correct.
on a tree outside.
Just don't get caught.
Very much.
Yeah.
Beginning your journey back towards Kirsabal. Let's have a random encounter.
Oh.
Can I roll it since I've been absent?
Not really
Yeah,
random.
go ahead.
My encounters aren't
in that case,
necessarily
never mind.
random.
Oh,
After you all take a long rest
Okay.
and
Shit.
start your day, leaving Nangalore and feeling the success of the hour finally take hold, press forward on your canoe. Shaggle says, I've never been there before, but I suppose it's a good thing that none of the Flaming Fists decided to go there as they were planning. I have to tell them it's a dangerous place when we get back.
That would be for the
Oh,
best.
definitely.
Shaggle would not want to unknowingly lead people, or very knowingly rather, lead people to their deaths. It is not Shaggle's way.
Yeah,
plot twist as
I
we
think
get back
it's,
to town they've already left for that place.
it's definitely for the best if you leave her to her demons.
Yes, of course.
That was true, actual psychotic stuff, though. Talking to the dead.
Very strange, but Shaggle was more scared of the undead that were there. Very terrifying. Shaggle's not scared of many things, but those, very scary.
Yeah.
I
Dead
have
should
to
stay
agree
dead.
with. I
Least
have
we
to
were able to
agree with
handle them.
Shago here. Strange figures like that are rather normal for me, unfortunately.
That is very
Indeed.
unfortunate. Shaggle does not know what he would do if he had to be around undead all day.
Well, hopefully, after all's said and done, there should be none or very few left. If
Oh,
we
actually, no.
succeed.
What do you say, Byron? Sure.
I said hopefully, if by the time we're all done, there won't be any undead left on this island.
That is all that Shaggle can hope for. Now, Lucian.
Yeah, just out of curiosity, where is Omu on the map?
Oh, my apologies. Do you see this X down here?
Okay, all the way down there. Gotcha.
That is Omu. Omu is very far away. Once you go there, you're going there. Fairly obvious.
Understandable. Yeah, alright. I was hoping it might be a little bit closer so we could duck in for a cheeky level up and duck out, but no, that's not happening.
I was gonna say, a few things worth keeping in mind about that place. I'm just opening an image so I can kind of make sure I'm right about this. Yeah, that is where Omu is. That is near the quest of the two dwarves. So hypothetically, you could go in there and duck back out, depending on if you wanted to have a little bit more levels to deal with the undead mini bosses in the jungle.
That's understandable. We'll get to that on the next planning phase. Let's just
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah, we'll
I
work
have
the
two
next planning
questions.
phase next.
Yes, Jack.
We'll
One,
finish this expedition this session.
would somebody mind drawing out a line of our current path?
Yes, I made a map a while
think it's
ago. Let me see
pinned.
if I can find it.
Oh,
Is it
It's not
pinned?
pinned.
It might. That's an L.
I thought it was pinned.
Just gotta ask me if you want something pinned. I can't remember to do it, unfortunately.
Yeah, I
While you
just kind of
search for
remembered
that.
it.
Yeah, while
Yeah.
you search for the map for him, to begin the day, during this conversation with Shago, Lucian, and the
Yes.
rest of the group, I'd say, actually, because past perception doesn't matter here. You see what looks like a Triceratops mother with her two children, currently on the bank of the river, just getting a drink and staring very directly at Viren, and just following your boats along the riverbanks.
See.
Just looks like it's sniffing out.
I see. Taste.
Why would
Taste
that be
is
scary?
the. I got a cursed item. I either. One of two things happens. I either smell very pleasant to dinosaurs, or I smell very delicious to dinosaurs. One of the two.
I see. Good luck.
But they'll just follow you along peacefully, and as long as you stay in the river and exit on the other side of the river from them, you'll be fine.
Yep.
Which works out in your favor. So,
So what are the chances it's not the smell like food type?
wow.
Okay, my second
Regardless
question
of that
quick
fact.
here too.
Mhm.
Where was that treasure map leading to again? Was that where it's currently circled in green?
No,
That's not right here.
no.
That's
That's
the thing
grung.
circled.
Or was that the
Yeah,
one up here?
that's where the Grung priestess was going towards, and which is technically the treasure map. Actually, come to think of it,
Is that it? The MBALA is where the treasure map leads?
Mabala. Yep, that is Mabala.
Alright.
Mabala
Now
is
we're gonna-
where the Grung priestess was heading, and
Are we
where
going to
you
be
found
passing
her.
by that?
No, we're not.
Not in your way back.
Rats.
Perhaps on a different expedition.
All right.
But regardless of that fact, throughout the course of the day, you see a very strange bush with a foreign fruit you haven't seen anywhere through the jungle. Those of you who have been to the jungle have no clue what this bush is. The Triceratopses will leave at some point during the day as well, continuing down the river past your group once they realize they can't get a sniff of you.
Mm.
A weird plant, you say?
So none of us know, and I'm guessing that includes Shago.
Yeah, Shago has no clue. There's a very strange plant. I've never seen it before.
We can grab them, and then through magical means, I suppose, we can vet them to see if they're terrible and
For-
no good.
Who does anyone
For
have
a clue on
decent
it,
nature
they-
score?
They look to be shaped like lemons, but double the size and red on the outside.
I have a +4 to nature.
Check and see if there's any animal marks around the tree that would signify either it's being eaten from or avoided.
Yeah. Okay.
Would you like to do that?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Sunder.
I've got an
Make
idea
an
after
investigation
yours.
check.
Just to be sure.
Yo.
Ooh.
Very well. Yeah. No, there have been
Ooh.
dinosaurs around this bush. This very well frequented by dinosaurs.
Before anyone takes anything, is there a, like, I guess it doesn't matter. What is this, a fruit? A bush, a berry? Something?
Yep, it's a fruit.
It's a lemon.
Like I said, they're like lemons, but double the size and red on the outside.
Okay. I'll a bunch because I want also seeds.
Mm-hmm.
As you pluck the fruit, you hear, "Ouch!
Ouch.
Hey!
What the
Well,
fuck?
that's fucking awful.
Okay.
It's a
Who said you can
simple-
just come along taking my fruit? You're not a dinosaur."
You're very correct. I am not a dinosaur. Why can't I have the fruits then? If I'm
I'm
not.
only to be eaten by dinosaurs.
Well-
Ubteo's children.
I mean, technically, I am Ubteo's child as well. That's pretty offensive.
You're not a dinosaur.
I am native to this
Look at
island.
This plant being specious.
You might be native to this island, but that does not make you one of Ubteo's children by birth. He created the dinosaurs, not the humans and other races.
Adopted
Does
children
does
don't
the
count.
name
I'm very
Omu
smart.
make any notoriety to you at all?
Look, all I know is that I'm supposed to feed the dinosaurs, not people.
How about this? If I promise you that I will feed these to dinosaurs, will you let me take some?
Plant thinks for a moment. Make a persuasion check with advantage.
Awesome.
The advantage comes from your group not having wronged any dinosaurs within the past 30 days.
Persuasion.
And have not wronged a single dinosaur.
Yep.
The dinosaurs have wronged me.
Ooh.
Exactly.
I'm bad at charisma.
The dinosaurs seem to like your group.
See, I have this nifty spell called Druidcraft, so if I have some seeds, I can make more of them. So I can make more to feed the dinosaurs.
Unfortunately,
plant
that won't
you
be very,
everywhere.
unfortunately, that won't be very possible.
No?
I'm one of a kind. I can't be replanted.
Hmm.
And when I die, I'm gone for good.
Uh,
Oh, is there
Guys,
any way we could help
can commit our
protect you?
first war crime.
I'm pretty sure killing this plant would be an affront to a god.
wow.
Says,
Okay.
Wouldn't be the first time.
look,
Says the
we're
one
get-
who's pooped in a holy fountain.
we're getting ahead of ourselves. I don't even know who all of you are.
Adventurers. We're trying to get rid of the undead that are plaguing this island.
Oh, you wish to deal with that threat?
Mm-hmm.
I've seen them every once in a while. Very nasty things, hurting a lot of the dinosaurs. I don't like them. My name
Yeah.
is Ubteo's nephew.
Oh, I see.
I call you nephew.
Sure.
Nice to meet you.
Seeing as you're dealing with the undead, I suppose you could take a few of my fruits, just not many. It's very hard to grow them back, and the dinosaurs have to eat.
Yeah. I understand. I wouldn't
Over
want them
here,
to starve.
Neptune.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Well, regardless, I suppose you should be on your way. You have a lot to do, and I have a lot of work as well.
I
Regrowing
don't
those
suppose
fruits
there's
ain't
any
easy
way we
work.
could help you, is there?
Help me. I'm perfectly fine. I mean, well, unless you have manure.
Do not say it.
Ooh, or corpses to eat.
I would like to assume that you've been letting my snake be kept alive in the sack while
Yes.
I'm gone. Do I have any
You're
snake
lucky.
poop?
You're lucky we didn't free it while you
No.
were gone.
Snake poop.
It's been in
No,
the bag for like 2 days.
No,
There's gotta
no,
be some
no,
snake
no.
poop that I can like squeegee out of the bag.
No,
I knew this was gonna
Shut
go
up.
there.
shut up. You have nothing to offer the plant. Your group
Ah.
says that. Jack specifically says that out loud, despite his will in the matter. The plant says, "Oh shucks, well that stinks. Oh well."
Out
Yeah.
of curiosity, if we bring you manure at some point,
I will give you nothing, but I will be happy.
Mm.
Sorry,
Alright.
but I have nothing to give.
All right. Thank you for your time and for the few
It's-
Of
fruits.
course.
It's like
Thank you for visiting.
it's
Good
like
to see
it's like
people that can.
no, go ahead.
No, you're good. What are
No,
you
no,
gonna say?
say finish your thing. I'm not gonna say. I'm saying something stupid.
It's done, and your group's leaving the plant at this point, unless you have anything else to say.
No, I was gonna say out of character. It's like Lucian said. one atrocity to God is only a swing of an axe away.
Oh my god!
Well, I do have lamp oil.
It's
Stop!
it's not a war crime for the first person who does it. That's just the defining
Let's
the
turn it into a
defining
two
source that
bush
they
of
cite when
case,
they
would you-
add
Oh
it
my
to
God.
the list.
Would your group like to destroy the plant before you leave?
No!
No.
Not
No.
particularly.
In that case, moving forward.
God.
I think
Maybe
it'd
the
be
next
funny,
time.
but
With your
maybe
last
next
funny,
time.
but
encounter
the
ever with this plant, we move on. We move past the awakened shrub.
With
Oh,
how
what's
many
the big
fruits?
idea, buddy? You're not a dinosaur.
How many
You know,
fruits?
too, chances are if we fucking tried to attack that thing, that motherfucker would turn into a fucking Jolly Green Giant type of enemy.
Absolutely not.
I'm just
It
assuming.
just completely uproot itself. Did
Yeah.
I say you could?
Just let me know how many fruits that we get from it as well.
Yeah, you got 3 fruits. Opening them up, by the way, the interior of the fruit, though the exterior looks like a lemon, looks like an orange but red.
I would not open all of them. No, I'll keep.
Well, just if you peek in one of them during any course, that's what they look
Yeah,
like.
yeah. Okay.
I'm just gonna
That's
post
all,
this so you understand the description of the fruits later.
I'm nearly a quarter of the way
All right,
there.
so 3 of them, and they're big. Is that
Oops.
like a day of rations, or?
Hmm?
Is that like a day of rations for all 3?
Yes, that's their rations for
You
you all if you
think-
choose to eat the fruits.
You think that
Or you
I'm
can sell the
handing?
fruits for value.
I was gonna say, you think I'm handing these to you?
I didn't say that. I just asked a question.
These fruits might sell for a bunch, since they're very, very
Oh,
rare.
yo, out of curiosity, isn't a snake? Wouldn't that technically be one of them?
What?
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 Isn't the snake technically also one of Ubdeo's kids?
What
Is it a
snake?
dinosaur?
The one in the
No,
sack.
that is not. That doesn't count. Moving on.
Why not?
Jack,
Shut
please give
up!
that. Jack,
So
please
what?
give
I
that
have to
thing
feed
some
it to a
sunlight.
chicken?
Kill it!
Jack, give that thing some sunlight, please. It
Mercy,
is
kill it!
Jack,
Is
just
that
let
a
the snake go,
dark,
please.
moist
No,
bag
it's
for
been
like a
weeks.
month.
Okay.
Well, my only chance at a flying snake.
11
You're
o'clock
only-
at
it's-
night. It is night. Once 11 p.m. comes around and your group is getting comfortable by the campfire, Shago will just say, "This has been a very successful endeavor so far. I have not had a single journey go this well before.
Yeah.
So-
Lots of
nice.
undead usually. Shago run.
yeah.
So, might I ask what your group is traveling around for in the end? Just trying to get money, or is there more hope for your adventuring party? Shago needs to know.
You mean the inevitable end goal?
Yes.
Get-
Everyone has an end goal.
Get to Omu and get rid of all the undead on the island.
Very honorable. I hope you can do that.
Yeah. This is my home, so.
I-
It's a home to us all. And it's good that there are people who are willing to clean it up.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really know, honestly.
You do not know your end goal?
No.
Haven't
really had this much choice in a long time.
Everyone has choice, you just have to be willing to act on it. Shago has the choice to do whatever he wants. What'd you say?
That wasn't in the cards for a while, but I appreciate your optimism, Shaco.
He says, "Come on now. If Shago wanted to fly, he could. It wouldn't be easy, but it would take a lot of work, and he could still do it."
You should fly, Shaco.
You'd never change, Shago. Keep doing your thing and be
Please
as
never
happy as you can
change.
be.
Shago does not wish to fly, and he thanks you for your kind words. Just always
Well,
remember that no matter the case, you always have a choice.
Sometimes.
Sometimes the choice might not be safe, but doesn't mean you don't still have it.
Speaking of,
We'll see.
while they're talking to him, I got something I want to do separately.
Okay, well, let's finish this up first before we do that.
Yeah.
He says, but Shago is thinking for a bit, and he has been trying to climb the Flaming Fists for a long time. But the more and more that Shago begins to think, he starts to remember that he hasn't been anywhere near Baldur's Gate. What will it be like if I have to go back, assuming I even do climb the ladder? Shago's not sure if he wants to make that choice or not. But this is his home. What do you think on the matter? Should Shago stay here or find a way to go to Baldur's Gate, where I could be higher up in the group?
I mean, do you want to be higher up?
Well, of course I do. The Flaming Fist stands to protect the entirety of the world.
Then I think you have your answer. I mean,
We cannot be the one to make the decision for you. You'll only be the one to make that decision when the time comes.
Of course, but I want some input on it.
Well,
Shago has friends for a reason. You ask friends questions.
I'm telling you to
Yes.
chase your dreams, homie. But
on
Thank
the
you for
other
that
side
input.
of that, the other side of that coin, if this is your home, you could always aspire to climb as high as you can here, and then using that position may ensure that your home is safe forever.
Thanks for a moment.
Be a gateway for growth in those who look up to you.
I never
A
thought of
gateway
it
as
like
he's
that.
debating going to Baldur's Gate.
on the other hand, the higher you
Oh.
climb, the further you fall.
Oh, Shago will never fall. Very sturdy on his feet.
You sure about that?
Incredibly. But Shago never thought of it like that, Grey Man. Whenever Lyra has to return to Baldur's Gate, what will happen here? Will the Flaming Fist expedition end? Perhaps Shago can pursue this. All of you have provided great insight.
welcome.
Well, we should probably go to sleep. And as he's saying this, you see a tiger creeping up behind him from
Motherfucker.
a nearby bush. It doesn't
Shago
seem
fucking died.
it doesn't seem like it's prowling.
What should I
rather-
do with my life goals? Ah!
It's just
No,
It
he's a
just seems-
JoJo
it
side
just-
character. He got too focused on his goals.
He
the
just
shit-
lays down and the line curls up next to him.
The lion's just walking up towards him and the rest of your group at this point.
What is it
What do your
doing?
group do?
Oh.
Walking
Sees
towards
his
all of
shiny
you.
head. It's on his way.
Shago says, what are all of you looking at?
How far away
turn
is
around.
it?
Don't turn around. You don't want to turn around.
Shago wants to turn around now.
How
You don't
far
want to
away
turn
is
around.
it?
It's like 10 feet behind him.
Is it going? It does. Is it staring at him specifically, like it's going to attack him?
Looking towards all of you.
All of
But
us.
Shago
Now
will...
here, does
Shago
this
will-
line speak of my language?
No, you can't speak to jungle cats. Oh my god. Okay, for a moment. Shago will carefully turn around. Oh! And he'll quickly
Oh.
jump up and say, it is a guide's job to protect his group. And then he grabs one of his bags and puts it on top of his head and says, ah! Away with you!
I'm putting sanctuary on Shago.
That's the funniest shit I've ever seen. Away with you.
And the tiger, rather, will just walk up to him and then rub against him.
Okay,
Oh.
thank God.
Shago has befriended the tiger.
Sure, I'm just gonna expend my
I
spell slot
am
regardless.
amazed.
37.
Me
That's-
too!
That's baffling, frankly.
Never
I've
thought
seen
they
some
would do
weird
it.
things. I've never seen that.
It is just purring like a house cat. Walks up to
What
the
the
fire
fuck?
and lays down.
Okay.
Huh.
Just I'm gonna kind of mumble to the tiger. Just hey, come on, man. That's kind of it's kind of weird.
I want to
You know,
snuggle.
It starts
You know,
licking its paw.
Shago. You know, Shago. I think you should talk to Kawasha. Get some lessons in nature magic.
Perhaps I should, but Shago does not see himself as much as a magician.
I want to snuggle.
Shago's not been very good with card tricks. And yeah, you snuggle with the tiger and it is very willing.
Wow.
And the closer you get to it now, being up next to it, and seeing in the firelight, it has paint on it.
Uh
Red and gray paints.
huh.
Hmm.
Perhaps someone's pet at a time.
Oh.
Well,
Seems very docile towards people.
Well, I'm
Don't
not gonna go
suppose
near that
this
thing.
tiger looks familiar to you at all, does it?
Shago thinks. And actually, all of you may make a history check with disadvantage if you would like to.
All?
Yeah, since you've all met the circumstances to make this check.
I was gonna say I wanted to be friends with it and keep it.
Very possible.
We're gonna have a full ass zoo by the end of this game. We're gonna have the very well kept and well fed tiger and the
Wow.
fucking starved, waterboarded flying snake.
Hey, now I
Shago
was
says-
gonna do something with that snake, but we got off task.
Oh, you're
Chuckles
gonna do
says-
something with it, alright.
I've seen paint similar to that before in Port Nyanzaru. And Lucian, when he says this, you think a little bit. And Cinder, you catch on to this as well. You remember paint very similar to this. Now that he brings it up on your albino dwarf friend,
Albino dwarf.
But we should try and bring this tiger home.
Musharib,
Yeah. Okay. Well,
one who works at
No.
Fortress.
Wait a minute.
do you need me to roll anything to have this be my friendo? I think I.
Nope, it will
Which
follow your
albino
group
dwarf?
very happily.
Oh, okay.
Without-
Well,
Any problems? Yeah, no. As long as you guys feed it and don't try and kill it, it will stick with you like a house cat.
I bet I know
Well,
whose
there's
pet
one
this
place We
was.
could try and take it.
albino dwarfs.
I bet I
Albino
know
dwarves.
whose.
The albino dwarfs.
The one that was in the spider web.
No.
I mean, maybe.
Fair enough, but still.
Never know.
nice.
Shago
enough.
says, should we try and bring it back to Musharib?
It
Or
might
should
as
you
well.
rather?
I mean, unless any of us have a particular interest in keeping this cat around.
I think he might be happy if it is his cat. I do not know if it is, but
We might as well.
And there you go.
No.
Shago says, what a pleasant night.
Yeah, well. Who's keeping watch?
I'll keep the first watch, but I got something I want to do quick.
Okay.
We'll just say no need for watches tonight.
Okay.
But if there's a need for a watch, I'll bring it up. But
Okay.
Jack,
Mhm.
what would you like to do during your watch in the night while everyone else is sleeping?
I would like to prepare like 2 foot of rope
Uh-huh.
with a tiny little noose.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Well, like a little slip knot, nothing that will tighten itself up.
Uh-huh.
And I'd like to hold it in front of the opening to the bag and just barely open the bag
Uh-huh.
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 and wait for the snake to slither its way out a little bit.
Okay. Make a dexterity check.
Dex check.
Yep.
He's leashing a
Normal or any kind of disadvantage?
Nope. Normal.
All right. Oh, hey, look at that.
Ah. The snake coils and springs out, trying to escape as fast as it can, but you manage to catch it as fast as possible by the neck.
All right, you little shite. This is going to go one of 2 ways. You're either going to calm down or you're going to get turned into a belt. And I'd really rather not turn you into a belt.
It does
It's
not
kinda
calm
cute.
down.
I'm going to give it some food.
It does not eat.
Do you really want to go back into bag?
You have a feeling the snake can't understand the words that are leaving your mouth.
I'm going to point to the end of the rope where I'm going to point, and I'm going to point to the bag.
Huh?
I'm pointing to the rope, and I'm
He
also
doesn't
going to point to the
understand
bag.
your charades.
Ah,
It's
yeah,
the wild
it really is.
animal.
well,
What
I'm
are
gonna
you doing?
try to tame the fucking snake so I can have a
That
pet.
ain't gonna happen.
You bit its you
Well, now I've
bit
got a
its
flying
like
snake on a leash.
you bit the head off of the other snake it was traveling with. This thing hates you. You kept it in a bag for a month.
Yes, exactly what Viren said.
No, I would have been doing this any chance I got. Fuck you.
What are you trying to do? No, I'm saying exactly what Viren said. This thing hates you. You get that feeling very openly. There's 0 chance of taming this thing. You'll be lucky if you can sell it. What are you trying to do? Are you going to put it back in the bag, or are you going to, by God's mercy, leash a snake?
I am leashing it.
Please don't say that.
I have a snake on a rope. I now have a moderately more deadly whip.
It will try and bite you.
Can someone mercy kill this thing on their sleep watch?
The snake is going to try and bite you. You will not get a restful night of sleep unless you tie this thing to a stump.
That's what I was gonna do. I was gonna tie it a little ways from camp and leave a little bit of food for it.
Oh, this is nightmarish.
You see, Byron, I would love to, but I very unfortunately see the appeal of selling it.
Alright, Jack, you tie it to a stump and it's ferociously trying to get out, biting the rope, trying to escape.
Have you tried doing
Lucian.
animal handling at all?
He can't. That's not an option for this thing.
Oh.
It is. It's so far attached from being a pet that...
Listen, Lucian. Here's the problem with that. This is the equivalent of like a PTSD-ridden like aggression dog. There's no, like the people who are willing to take this thing are in the small percentage.
Look, if I keep it in the
this
bag
thing,
long
the
enough,
less-
feeding it little bits at a time, eventually
the
it will
more
develop
aggressive it'll
Stockholm
get.
syndrome.
It absolutely
Stockholm
will
syndrome!
No, the more aggressive and more
syndrome.
It's
feral
a
it'll get.
snake!
Essentially, you have a hostage.
This thing, okay, Jack, the thing
You
is, at a
treat
certain
this
point,
snake worse than I treat my owls, and they don't feel pain.
Jack, I'm going to give you the complete. I don't know how Nerd's going to handle this, but if this is going on somewhat realistic standards, at a certain point, this thing will actually starve itself to kill itself because it is going to get so stressed it will stop eating.
Then I will have a new snakeskin belt.
You're a
You feel no sympathy or mercy.
No.
You're an evil
Okay.
character.
You have
Who's
denied me a
taking the
pet
next
for the last
watch?
3 campaigns. I'm getting it whether
You
the
are
pet is willing or
evil.
not.
Maybe it's because
character.
you... Jack, perhaps consider for a moment it's because you've never walked to a pet store before.
Last time I had a pet, you made it get killed by
Hey,
necromancer
Jack,
hunters.
how about you buy a pet from a pet store?
That's the plan.
Then
Oh my god.
stop trying to tame wild animals. Anyways, who's taking the next watch, please? Someone.
I'll take all of them.
You'll take them?
Every single one.
You better not kill my
Okay.
snake, bitch.
Do you want to do anything on your watch? Jack is asleep.
I cannot mercy kill it. I can't.
Why?
I can't.
Why?
It's a resource, I'm sorry.
Thank you.
The resource
case-
is losing value.
This snake has a one last chance. I didn't want it to come to this, but
I will not stop it from escaping, but I will
Hold
not
on.
kill it either.
For an
Yeah.
FYI, in order for it to break the rope, it will
no, I'm
need...
not worried about that.
Well, it's an
Don't you worry.
option.
It's not an option for this. Let's see how. Let's see if
17.
Ubteo honors his children's wishes.
You,
Was she getting divine
Alright, you just said the
intervention?
snake wouldn't count for the fucking fruit. Listen here.
No, I'm not talking about the fruit.
We're
I'm
not,
thinking
yeah.
right now what this check is going to be.
Give it divine intervention. It has to roll a 1 on a D100.
That's a tiger.
The tiger is gonna try and eat the snake.
Oh my god.
With a
God
wisdom
have
check.
mercy.
Savenya.
It's a survival check. I couldn't have thought of any other check for this to be, and that was its like lowest modifier. So
Maravici.
I
Baba.
thought you were gonna give it divine inspiration. It would become a fucking enlightened snake.
no, what? No.
Comes a fucking
During the
Quetzal,
night,
whatever how
the
you pronounce
tiger-
that.
Interrupted by the yelling of the ferocious hissing of this snake is going to kill it.
You're a bitch.
You all wake up the next day to see No snake on a leash. Ubteo grants his children release.
Poor Snake, man. Did
God.
not deserve that.
God grants his quickest deaths to his most miserable children.
All right, I'm gonna get worse from here. Then.
Stockholm syndrome. Just go to a pet store.
It will only get worse.
You can buy a flying snake in Port Nyanzara for 20 gold. I'm just gonna tell you it right now.
I need to save that money for all the shit I'll need for a large lizard.
There's an interaction where you have to go down a certain path in order to get that snake. There's not anymore. You can buy it for 20 gold from Port Nyanzara. It'll be yours,
really?
it'll be tamed, and it will do whatever you say. To an extent.
20 gold?
Yes!
Mm.
Do we have an understanding? Have we met a common ground?
Nerd is tired of people
Yes.
having random fucking things like Wolf's Table and you're a snake.
Thank God. The table's
Minutes.
fine.
That's
I can
cool.
live with the table. This is animal abuse. This is just horrible. I'm giving that thing a mercy.
Someone called
Meanwhile, there's an entire section in one campaign dedicated to making cookies out of children.
What? Oh my God, you're talking about Strahd. Whatever. Moving on.
Who cares about the bone grinder? Who cares about the hags?
The next day,
Oh my
with
lord.
the snake having finally sought and found its release, your group awakes to the new morning.
Speed.
Speed.
Would your
Rest
group
in
like to
peace,
press on to
Bozo.
Kir Sabal, or will there be any speaking in the night? Or in the day, rather, morning.
We're near the river, right?
Yes.
Chill for right now.
I'd like to go fishing.
Ha. You catch one fish, it's a nice snack for the day.
I'd like
You
to
won't be
put
able
it in
to
a jar
slide
of
to it.
water.
God.
If I had a jar of water.
You don't have...
No, you're lucky I don't have a jar of water, or I would.
Next thing you're telling me you're gonna pour the ashes out and then put the fish in it?
That's not a bad idea.
I've
It
got the
is.
ashes. You're not getting these ashes from me.
You would have to take them from my cold dead body! I hope that worm eats you all alive!
Hey, yo, what if I fill my wrist pocket with... No, because there's no oxygen in there.
Please. God.
Moving along with your day, seeing as no one else has anything that they would
Stuff
like
my
to...
wrist pocket with piranha.
Please don't suffocate fish. These are the early signs of a
What
psychopath.
alignment are you?
Yes.
Evil.
Moving
God,
on.
understood.
Arriving at Kir Sabal, it actually seems that the bridge leading up to the monastery has been repaired a lot, making your trip up a lot easier. The birds have been hard at work the past few days, and you see them currently working as you arrive. A lot of them
Hmm.
wave at you as you head up. Alright. Arriving to the top of the monastery, what would you like to do?
I will take this flower to the bird lady that wanted it.
Alright, yeah. I'll assume your entire group will be okay with going to Ashara?
Yeah.
Coolio. In that case, your entire group wanders over to her office. The rickety door still in place, but standing strong. You make it efficient. You enter in and head up to her office as the wind opens the door slowly. And she says, "Welcome back."
Ah, hello. We went through a fair amount of trials and tribulations, should we say, to get your flower. Here it is. Hey.
I very much expected that to be the case.
Yeah.
But you have succeeded. This is worth celebrating.
A celebration.
Well, a celebration amongst yourselves.
Oh,
If you wish, we could prepare you a meal before you leave.
that'd be nice.
Celebratory feast, just for you.
I mean, this is a very special flower. It's one of a kind.
Yes, and it's a very happy day for us, since you have brought it around. I've been waiting to perform this ritual for a while now. Trust me, it's still beneficial to you, though it means something to me. deal I made a while back.
Mhm.
She takes the flower, and if you offer it, and says, would we like to begin?
Sure.
All right, then. Follow me. She'll step out through the door and head downstairs towards the massive building in the center of the monastery. Everyone is present. Lots of Eric Krokra, the children, quartermaster, just about everyone you recognize in your group, standing on the side. As you stand to the side, will there be any conversation to be had, or shall she perform the dance of the 7 winds? Just to make sure. I'll assume no.
I don't
Were you
know.
going to say something?
I don't entirely remember the significance. My brain is foggy.
It seems to be significant in a way secret to her, but it's just a ritual she'll perform to enhance your flight capabilities.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Fog. Go ahead, then. I think we're
Okay,
good.
then. In that case, her and a bunch of assistants, and she'll kind of motion for your group to come along into the circle. All right, so here's what we are going to do. She kind of holds the flower out in her palm, and you see the wind pick it up and swirl it through the air, landing it comfortably and perfectly in the center of the circle. We are going to perform a ritualistic dance. This dance is capable of granting you benefits from my patrons. The spirits are dukes of the wind. Should this ritual succeed, should this ritual succeed, you should be able to enter Omu with no problems at all when the time comes. All you must do is simply call out to the wind.
Hmm.
Sound good?
Yes.
The dance is simple. Follow along as I do, and hope that you do a good job. And as the dance will begin, will everyone be participating?
I mean, if we want to get the boon, probably.
Yeah, makes sense to
Alright.
me.
Just double checking. In that case, all of you, go ahead and perform a performance check.
Oh boy, one of us is gonna not want to not get it.
With advantage because of the bird lady's assistance.
What are we rolling?
Well, I don't need it.
Performance.
Just second crit of the session.
Oh, a
Yeah.
performance?
Players roll a lot of
Yeah,
crits in this
say
campaign.
less.
With advantage?
Yep.
Okay.
For all of us?
Yep.
Oh.
Oh my god, that was bad.
That wasn't
And-
as good as it could have been.
The last hope. Performance.
Why are we rolling performance?
We're doing a ritual dance.
Wait, excuse me?
Oh my god, I did it better than her. I'm gonna cry.
Gonna cry.
It's a future boon
Later.
for going to
Sitting it
Omen
down.
later.
Yeah, it'll let you fly later. But, regardless. Give me a second. Just pulling up an average calculator.
I am not good at charisma shit.
16, 4.
Isn't it the total
Or-
divided by the number?
It is the average.
Isn't that how
10.
you get? It's been so long since I've done.
I have a
these
calculator.
arithmetic.
The calculator will do the job.
Here. It's,
Well,
it's
yeah,
all,
but
of,
what's-
Free.
What's
it's all of them
the-
added, divided by the number of people that took the check.
You rolled an
Yeah.
average of 14,
Ooh.
roughly. 13.8, but I'll go 14 on it. Which is perfectly enough for the ritual to succeed. Looking through. Since you have succeeded the ritual, your group has performed the dance of the 7 winds. You see the petals from the flower in the center of the circle rip from the plant very slowly, beautifully, blown through the breeze towards each of you. As the petal lands in your hand, reaching it out, following her along in this dance, you feel the petal almost sink into your palm, and magic courses throughout you.
So which Wind
deal
Waker
you've
dance
made.
was this?
A deal you've made temporarily. Blah blah blah. When the dance concludes... Oh!
Uh-oh.
Okay. As the ritual continues, Ashara will, for a moment, flap out her wings towards its conclusion. You see the flower as it comes towards her. You each take one petal, but the rest of the flower is almost ground up by the wind as it blows through, turning into a dust which blows into her face. She closes her eyes, takes a deep inhale, as the other Aarakocra in the circle begin to chant prayers towards the Wind Dukes of Aqua, in Arquin, the air language. As they do, you watch something magical but disturbing. You see Ashara's wings outstretched, slowly begin to disappear. As the feathers will fall off of it, and they don't turn to bone. It's not a horrific experience. Almost beautiful. The feathers that fall off, turning into dust and scattering into the wind, disappearing magically as they fall. The wings disappear entirely.
Mm.
She lays at rest, content with her choices. She has now lost the ability to fly. All of you gain magical flying speed of 30 feet, which will last for 3 days, whenever you choose to do it. Those of you...
Wait, who lost the ability to fly?
Ashara, the elder of the Aarakocra. Those of you who already have flight will have your flight speed doubled for those 3 days. Cinder.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Ashara says, I apologize for not telling you this part of the ritual,
Mm.
but when your group arrived, I wasn't so sure. Now I am. You're the right kind of people to liberate this jungle of the undead. If I ever want the children to be able to realize their true potential and explore this jungle safely, then you're right. Someone needs to take action. Someone needs to do the job that I cannot. So use my flight. Use it well. And make sure that this problem is dealt with.
You got it.
And how long can she not fly for?
Forever.
Well, we'll make
And
sure
how
to
long
do that.
are we able to fly?
3 days once you activate it.
Once it's
Hang on.
activated when we're in Elmu.
Mhm.
3
You
days.
choose whenever it
How we
goes.
get there?
You could use it during any point. Just keep in mind, once you use it, it's done.
Just, we'll be sure to do that, and seeing as that's the job only we can do, make sure that you accomplish the job here only you can do.
Of course. I will do it to my best, as I always have. But it's time I give other people a chance. Make it safe for them.
Mm.
Of course.
Mm.
Might have seemed odd at first, but at this point, after thinking it over, at the very least, for us personally, we believe that. I can't speak for the others, but I think you might say that you're doing it right.
She says, thank you. That is all I've wanted to hear for a while now. She says, I have some work to do. The rest of you feel free to get comfortable and leave at your own leisure. You're free to come by here and stay whenever you want. Kirsabal is your home.
So, on behalf of Wolf, I do have to ask a couple questions.
Yes, the ritual for the mask, actually.
Yes.
Going on with that real quick for your other questions. Thank you for bringing that up, because I almost forgot. Before she leaves the room, as the ritual is dispersing, she'll kind of reach her hands and spin them around in the air, and you see the remainder of the dust, a little bit that was left unnecessary for the ritual, spiral and culminate into a small bead. This bead looks like almost a black and purple crystal opal, if you would, or pearl of some kind. She takes it and she takes Wolf's mask. Taking the gem, she blows on it, And as she does, she puts it on the forehead of the mask, and you watch the gem slide through the stone as if it's not there. It settles into a point. She blows again, and now it's stuck in, and you see a black coursing energy go through the mask. She says, if you believe the sentinels are looking towards Wolf, if you believe the sentinels are necessary to be awakened, to free this jungle from its threat, and bring everything back to as it should be, then all I can do is offer you this. It should be enough to help. The power source. And she'll just give it to Wolf, and the rest of you can respond as you please.
Alright, doesn't sound like I think so. Second question.
Yep.
So, what are we doing about that sentinel? Are we doing that this session? Are we going to continue on and do it next session when Wolf gets here, or?
Here's what we're going to do. So your group would have to pass by the sentinel to head towards
Yeah.
the Patera folk area. So what we're going to do is we're just going to pass by it this session, and when Wolf is here, whatever session that may be, we'll get back to that and do it then.
Perfect.
So a slight Archon.
Yep, we'll just go back in time a little bit. We did the same thing with Viren when his gloves were taken. So
Perfect.
that's just how we handle it.
Alright, so we are getting to Firefinger this session. Good.
Yep. Good chance. Good chance. But either way, will your group do anything special, or will you simply enjoy the fine dining that's here? Cinder, I will say, if you wish, that good-tasting fruit that you stole from that tree, or not stole, but borrowed from that bush, as a gift, not even a borrow, you may give that to the Aerocroaker if you wish, one of them, and then they can turn it into a very delicious juice.
I will do that. Let me mark it off.
Right. Offering them one, you're brought very fine drinks and food. The food's relatively simple, but tastes well, no seasonings, though there are plants and herbs that give it its own flavor, and or act, as I said, as their own kinds of seasoning. And the juice itself, given to you, you all will get inspiration. Since, Lucian, I gave you yours, I'm just going to say you can get one next session, one the session after that.
Very
Sound
cool.
cool?
Very cool. Yes.
Yep. Near-death experiences reward you in some way. But regardless of that fact, you enjoy your meals. Anything else specific you wish to do here, or will you leave?
I'm content.
I don't think that they'll let us say goodbye to the children, but that was in my brain. Okay, well, just have it as a note that we said goodbye. It doesn't have to be an NPC conversation.
Well, we can quickly handle through it. Heading towards the children, very openly. I'd say they're out in the hall while you're eating as well. It's a big old feast everyone's partaking in. At this point, at first it wasn't going to be, but with the loss of the elder Aerocroaker's wings, and the knowledge of the jungle eventually being liberated, there's cause for celebration. With people taking their breaks for the day, you walk up to the children who are enjoying their meal and they say, that ritual was... I'll say Na will be the one to speak initially, as his sister is currently eating. That ritual was quite unique. I've never seen something like that before. I hope Shara's okay.
She's fine. Emotionally, probably it'll take a bit to adjust to not having wings anymore, but
I can only imagine.
it was to help us, so I am very thankful.
Moxanari steps up and says, look on the bright side, Na. Ashara looks like us now with your bird masks. Na just thinks for a moment and says, you're right. Maybe we can make her some wings.
I think she'd like that. That's cute.
Yeah, and Na will say, I'll get to it as soon as I can. Maybe I can make them work. But as he goes deep into thought and takes to his notebook, Moxani will just say, look, servant, you've done very, very well today, and I'm proud of the things you've been able to achieve. I imagine you'll only achieve more once you leave, but once everything is said and done and you've defeated whatever Ashara was talking about, invaders to our land, return to me and I will give you a reward.
Okay.
She just nods her head and quickly goes back to her food.
I will see you again one day.
I expect to see you too, servant.
Goodbye.
The queen dines and you leave.
So does she prefer master or
No,
Stop.
mistress?
child.
That's a child.
Child.
Fucking goddamn it, Garrett.
I zoned out because I was trying to
Second time
fix
in
my
like 2
macros.
days. Enough.
Look, to be fair, he didn't meet her at first, so I'll
Yeah,
give him
yeah.
the reasonable doubt.
That's fair.
I thought you were
This
talking
is
to
the second
the one
crime.
chick that gave up her flying.
That's
No,
Nope.
no.
these are 2 children here at the monastery, which are the future monarchs of Omu, only surviving ones.
Oof.
It's fine though. You're fine. You're fine. You didn't know. Carrying on and leaving the monastery. Where will your group head next? To the bridge and then through the jungle
Yeah.
towards
Yes.
Bridge through
Dungrungalung?
jungle towards Dungrungalung.
Dungrungalung. Under Grung.
Yeah, we head there, we stay for the day, then we meet up with second guide, and we do Firefinger.
Grungle
And
stood.
Shago can tag along if he wants.
Hey, nerd, quick
Sh-
question.
Mm-hmm.
At some point, can you help me set up these macros so I can actually use them right?
Yep, we'll figure that out later.
Thank you.
Shago I'll say your group will head towards the bridge and another random encounter for the day.
CS source isn't installed there yet.
Not very random.
Super random.
Actually,
The randomness of eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
we'll save this for now. Passing through the jungle, only one more threat pervades you. Your travel is doubled. I'll say at the beginning day of your journey, and let me drag your token along to where you are currently and where you seek to be.
Ah.
The very first day of your journey out, Shago says, I will follow you along towards the end of the jungle, but once I'm done, I will head down the river with my canoe and be on my way, I suppose. Seeing as you said you have other business to take to. And I do not know that area well.
Yes, that's very fair.
And we appreciate all you've done.
Shago appreciates all that you have answered for me as well. Shago appreciates having friends to travel with through the jungle, seeing many beautiful things. That garden was a sight to behold. Not many will see it in their times. I am glad to be one of the people who would have.
Well, I'm sure we'll contact you again sometime, Shago. Be happy
Shago
to have
hopes
you
to
along
hear it.
again.
Shago would love to join. I'll be at your beck and call. But apart from that, Shago supposes he will put in a good word for you once he gets back to Lyra. You've done a
Don't
lot.
forget
Would
to
be
remind
very
him about
helpful.
that garden.
You've done a lot for me, and yes, of course, but you've done a lot for me and the Flaming Fists, and it's the most I can offer for you. At the time. And with
Better
that
than
said, your reputation with the Flaming Fists has increased. All purchases made from the Flaming Fists will now cost roughly half their price.
Yeah, baby.
So you can buy all
This
metal
is-
armors for half of their normal price.
This is the only game where we'll ever hear the words, your reputation with the Flaming Fist went up.
All I need
Luckily,
is
Never again.
now. All I need
which
is money.
shop is there?
yeah. Luckily, your group didn't cave their skulls in.
Nerd.
Shops? This is just the Flaming Fist. Basically, any metal equipment can be purchased for half of the cost from them.
Oh. So it's not one on the shop list. Got it.
No, nothing on the shop list.
All right.
This is basically just cheaper plate mail for Viren.
No. Fair enough.
Well, we'll get to that when I have more than 1 gold coin in my inventory.
Of course.
Yeah.
Pressing along and making your way through the jungle, we will have one encounter as a storm will pick up. Ripping through the leaves of the jungle, the exposure will cause issues. This is definitely going to suck. At the moment, with the heavy rain beating down, which I have one question for you. Would your group like to power on or seek shelter?
That's a good question.
Jago left our group, right?
He's with you still.
So, he's with us.
Yeah, we're not at the end of that.
So the question is like, I'm guessing it's weather based.
Crikey.
So we
So-
could press on by hiding under a wolf's table.
I wish that my fucking thing wasn't lagging right now. I'm getting
it's
angry.
very heavy. Hold on, it's lagging because of me. Give it a second. I did this by mistake.
Ah,
Druid,
Hold on. Calm down.
it's raining.
Druidcraft.
We're good now.
I can use Druidcraft to create a tiny harmless sensory effect that predicts the weather for the next 24 hours.
Predicts.
Okay then. Do you cast a spell and do such?
Yeah, I'm just waiting for it to stop lagging. It's a cantrip.
Should be done lagging anytime soon.
It's a cantrip.
Anytime now.
Well, I suppose to see how long the storm will last.
I fixed the lag.
Yeah, you're good.
Alright. Casting the cantrip, you put your finger to the mud and utter an arcane word, and as you do, a Shwing jumps out of the dirt.
Yep.
It looks around for a bit, searching frantically, runs over to a nearby bush and picks up a stick,
Mhm.
runs back over to you and draws in the dirt. In the mud, you see what looks like a lightning bolt
Ooh.
with a storm cloud above it. Your weather forecaster has a...
For the next 24 hours?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
So
Okay.
then we're better off
Confidently.
pressing on.
Shuggle says, this is one of the very rare and heavy storms that take over this jungle. You don't see them often, but when you do, it's not good.
If it's for the next 24 hours, us taking shelter isn't really gonna make it better, but we should probably do it.
Well, yeah, basically you press on and take a point of exhaustion, or you take shelter now and don't do such, but your journey will extend by 1 day.
We can extend by one
Oh,
day.
by a day?
Yeah,
no,
let's
that's
just
that's
extend by a
fine.
day.
Alright. Finding a nearby cave, to your luck, you seek refuge within.
Hey, congratulations! This is the home of an
It's
apple
around
bear.
10 a.m. when you enter in at this point, and the daylight fades, and gray clouds swiftly kind of overtake the sky almost completely. The thunder rumbling around you draws you into a nearby cave, and strong winds blow through the trees, leaves battering you in the face. Rain spills all around you, and the ground is now slippery mud. Quickly running into the nearby cave and taking refuge, you enter in and see a strange sight when you enter. It looks to be some old camp, perhaps. A small attempt at a fire was made, but it seems whoever was trying to make it failed. You see the ancient remains of some potential goblin warrior or traveler of some kind, wearing what looks like a frog mask with a turquoise stud in it. Besides that, multiple carvings are on the wall that depict tentacled frogs, all looking to be the same figure.
Tentacled frogs.
Gold frogs?
Big, massive frogs with massive tendrils. Viren, at first, this activates a certain fear, rather excitement in you as you see, but quickly realize that the depiction is of a frog and not of a hulking behemoth.
Can I take off that mask?
Removing the mask, the stud in it is worth 10 gold, and you see the skeletal face. The mask is stinky, and pulling it off, certain bits of flesh come along with it, just from rot and decay.
Well, that's disgusting.
It seems moisture has pervaded this cave for a while. Hear little drips around you from cracks in the walls.
Well,
It's out of the storm.
might as well do the usual while we're holed up in here.
As we're
Good
pulling
old-
masks, this is all I'm imagining.
Where
That's,
are we going to sit and wait for the storm to pass? Let's set up an area specifically, because I have something that might be able to help.
just do one of these and make sure that that body ain't coming back.
Yeah.
I go for that, but I also have I have this.
Oh, I'm just gonna see if there's any undead in the area around us. Undead or fiends.
As you search, give me a second. Come on, make this easy for me.
Oh, yeah. We
No
still need-
undead or
Sorry, I was gonna mention we also still need the tiger.
yeah, the tiger's with you. Make a
The
perception
tiger
check.
is not going anywhere.
Yeah, it's assumed the tiger's following you along, especially with the rain.
Who's making a perception check?
Viren.
Okay.
So you want me to make one on perception? Okay, let's see. Oh. Oh. Yeah, if it wasn't on Divine Sense, I'm not saying it.
Actually, advantage because you have dark sight. I almost forgot. Stally. Okay. 10.
Oh.
Okay.
Looking
Could
around,
you describe the cave for me one more time when you're done?
You don't catch anything specific, Viren. Just a big open cave with what looks like almost ritualistic carvings in the walls depicting a massive frog with even larger tendrils. And a old goblin corpse with a mask. That was taken already. Your group makes comfort where comfort can be found and takes rest in the cave. Who'll be doing first watch?
I'm feeling paranoid, so I'll stay up.
Hell yeah. Before we get to rest, do you mind if I just take like either a quick doodle or if I have like charcoal, I guess, like fucking I forget what it's called. Like, you know the thing where you put the paper on the wall and then you use charcoal to make a
Yep. I
yeah,
got what you're
that.
saying.
I forget what it's called.
You're good. I don't remember either, but we'll just go off of it and say yes. You make a doodle of it.
Yeah, cool. I just want to have
Trace
that
it.
for later.
I think it's called a rubbing.
That sounds right, I think.
It sounds right, but it sounds wrong coming from me.
Everything sounds wrong coming from you.
That's the point.
That's what it's called.
Yeah,
Alright.
rubbing. Rubbing's
Make
right.
a perception check, if you would, during the course of this night, as you're paranoid and looking around.
Oh, my checks have gone downhill.
Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4 people.
Oh, shit. Sorry, I was supposed to make one too?
Nope.
Hold on. No?
Jack, what is your
Mhm.
most appealing looking trinket on your person at the moment?
Why?
Answer me the question. Honest as possible.
My most appealing?
Most
Would probably-
shiny, eye-catching piece of equipment.
Would probably be my hair care kit.
You sure?
Well, it's ornate looking box studded with jewelry and engravings.
In that case,
Well, it just looks that way though. Cheap wood and every gem on the box is an obvious fake.
it is gone the next morning.
I will end every small animal on this map.
Unfortunately, your group will awaken in the middle of the night. Byron, you don't catch anything at first, but all of you hear a
Monkeys.
as here you go. And few token artwork. These things.
Monkey.
Oh god. Oh
Zoo
no.
monsters. Kind of a horrible, almost ape-like cackle fills the cave and echoes as you see these monkey-like creatures running out with the hair care kit in their hands. They're gone and cannot be caught.
Put it into active combat, you bitch. I'm giving chase.
They're
Good luck with that.
far gone. They will climb trees and disappear into the storm.
Well, What was the reason?
You've been
well.
elbowed.
They wanted it.
They wanted it.
That's their reason. They like the thing. They have
Do it.
taken the thing.
It's
Jack is
mine.
angry. Not only did his snake like fucking die.
Well, the hair care kit was, I mean, hey, look on the bright side, Jack. If you made the hair care kit as bait, it served its purpose very well.
That was never meant to be bait.
Why'd you make it look fake then?
Because it's supposed to look fancy to me.
Oh.
Well,
Oh well.
you can buy another later.
No, because I made that myself.
You can buy the supplies to make another.
Sorry, my friend. Unfortunately, my watch did
Dear
not catch
father
those.
Lascalar gave that to me.
He's not your dad.
Could just as well be.
Fair
He is
enough.
not your father.
Well, unfortunately, you have lost it for now. Perhaps you
Don't-
can make
nope.
another. Find some replacement later down the line. What were you saying?
I will quit torturing small animals if you let me go and try and retrieve that.
Garrett,
This isn't an ultimatum.
this isn't an ultimate.
Just don't torture animals. End of story.
Just say,
Press
Oh, well.
forward.
wasn't expecting them to come from behind.
Ah, so you've chosen smaller cost.
I can't hear what you're saying, but sure.
Finishing your rest with the air, the tension palpable through the chamber.
That's just on him.
Yeah, mainly. But stepping out of the cave in the morning, the bright sun shining, you see a rainbow has beautifully formed in the sky. The end's
Aw.
not too far away from you. Just by coincidence.
Wow.
That's
Only one
nice.
place to go.
Alright. We're going to press forward.
I'm good.
That's all right. Okay, picture. Coolio.
Onward.
Pressing on, we will arrive at Dungrungalung.
But the cat man has to stay outside.
I think the
Yeah.
wolf man also has to stay outside.
Yes, that is the case.
You
Oh.
two can
Wolf
have
and-
fun.
Wolf and
Sounds
Jack.
like I'm getting a micro one-shot to hunt down my box then.
No.
Good luck with that one.
Jack, you and Wolf are along with Shago and Dragonbait, managed to set up a very nice exterior camp for yourselves to take rest in. The rain having left leaves the ground a bit muddy, but you're able to use your precautions, your bug spray, your waterproof clothing, and just about every tool you've brought for this jungle expedition to make your stay here very comfortable. But you can't help the feeling of loss. It still stings deep within. The rest of you will keep things simple, so that there's no, unless you want to speak to any of the grung once more directly, you will be able to enter in and find a nice place to rest. Shelter, as was promised before, provided aptly. Not comfortable, as you would hope, seeing as most of the accommodations are for frogs. But it works nevertheless.
Free board is free board.
Yeah,
Yep.
and it's
Better than the Underdark.
Exactly.
With that said, the sunlight sun sets and rises once more on a new day. Before your group is about to leave, the king wishes to have a word with you.
Ah, yes, of course. Comprehend languages, go speak man's.
Walking to the grung and translating for the rest of your party, the grung king speaks and says, I have a job, should you wish to help me again. Looking worried, almost.
I'll just like inquisitively nod my head.
He says, our high priestess, who left on bad terms with me. Left a while back, about a month ago, last when you visited. Tragically, it would seem that she has yet to return from her trip. I tried to tell her not to go, but it did not stop her. All I wish is that you will eventually head to the location she went and make sure she's safe. Tell her to head back. Tell her it's a lost cause.
Right. Yeah. I'll give him like a map. I think we have a map, and then he can mark that.
He doesn't know where she went, but you guys happen to, since you had her
Oh,
map.
okay. Gotcha. Yeah, I didn't know if she said
You
where
went to-
she was going.
You knew that she went to Mabala based on the map.
Yeah.
So,
All right,
he says, that is all I request. Other than that, you may leave in peace from the king's court.
Understandable. I'll take a bow and then we can move on.
One more loud croak, you exit, and your group leaves, meeting up once more with your other half of your party. You all once again reconvene.
So what? This was just a swing by stop.
Yep, it's
Yep.
just a
Yeah.
way to stay safe,
This
considering
is a pit stop, yeah.
there's an undead boss's territory like 5 feet away from this place, or like
I'm
a
going
few
to
grids
I'm
off.
going to stress this throughout the whole campaign. There's never a reason to not sleep somewhere safe.
So what I'm hearing is I need to get on top of the highest point in their town and just yell down to them that I've been resurrected by their god as a crappy offering.
If you do
from the
that, you're on
men.
your own. Have fun.
Yeah.
Anyway,
There's a reason we advocate for peace. It's because having free places to sleep is very helpful.
So can any of you track items?
Locate item.
Yes, actually,
Pretty
just
sure
not
one of
very
you can.
far.
Yeah. Lucian.
I'm not tracking your haircut. Just
He won't
for the
be able-
record.
he won't be able to find it because the range on his thing is very small, is what he's trying to say.
It's like 1,000 feet, but yeah.
It's not good enough for this, unfortunately.
I wasn't gonna check either way, so.
There you go then.
If I come across them monkeys, I'm ending their whole genealogy.
You can
Be
go
my
ahead and do
guest.
that, man.
Oh my
Heading
God.
down the river towards Firefinger and your last destination on this epic journey you've sought out on into the jungle deep. We will have the start of one more random encounter before we end.
Ooh.
It better be
So.
the fucking monkeys.
It's not the
Better be the
monkeys.
fucking monkeys.
So, foraging through the jungle. Soft rain falling through the treetops at this point after the storm is hit. Keeping out for food, you guys can ignore 1 day's worth of rations as you find a sufficient amount of food to feed you for the night.
You've
Yeah.
disrespected me twice this session, dude.
Fucking mafia boss. And wait. Ooh. One of the plants your group comes across through the jungle happens to be a large flowering plant that holds many ripe, juicy mangoes. However, something strange seems to be the case for this one. You see cracks through the ground below this, as if this plant was struck by lightning. But instead of being
Oh.
destroyed, the plant's course, or the fruit's course with lightning.
Take all of them. Leave
Well,
no
hold on.
survivors.
Can I poke it with a stick and say hello first?
Would you like to do that?
Yes.
You poke it with a stick. It is poked.
Hold on. As you poke it with a stick, I'll see a moist one you find on the ground.
Oh god, here it comes. I was just gonna say we might want to use some rubber gloves or something to pick these fruit.
The stick
that's
is
what I'm fucking waiting for.
smoldering on the end.
Huh. Well, Cinder, how about you harvest these ones? Because you're not touching the ground.
Oh, you want me to fly up and grab?
That will not stop it from shocking.
Yeah, I figure. Unless we have anything that is, what is it called? Any rubber.
Listen, I'll take care of it. I don't
I
think
mean-
it can shock force.
I was gonna say I don't know how if we're abiding by the laws of
Logic.
electronics here, but I was say technically if I put the head of my axe against that and the other half against the ground, it should ground it.
All of the fruit short out
unfortunately-
simultaneously and
Unfortunately
explode.
for your career knowledge, touch this,
Ooh.
get shocked.
Yeah.
Touch
Just
this.
the fruit
I,
and
I have a feeling they're not gonna let me short
Is
them
it-
with my
Here,
climbing.
here,
Is it just
I'll try
'cause-
something? Hey, nerd.
Oh, fuck.
Unseen servant.
Sorry, what were you gonna say, Cinder?
I mean, you can do that. I was just gonna ask a question. Like, in theory, is it just because it's connected to the branch still that the fruit are electric?
Yes. Once you pick them, they're good.
Okay,
What if I
well,
use my lacrosse stick?
They'll still be a little charged, but they won't kill you.
I was gonna say something funny. Like, he can still do his unseen servant, but I was gonna say, could I not just lightning lure some down?
I mean, hey,
might
I'm not
make
confident the
To
unseen
be fair,
servant's gonna
the
work. You
fruits
might
might
get that.
explode. So
It might explode.
if you
Open
lightning
your
lure
mouth,
them,
everyone.
powerful
Wait,
spell.
that means we can give Cinder electric grenades.
Oh my god!
These are not grenades. You eat them and they give you a D10 of lightning damage on one attack.
I mean,
but-
what I would be doing
One
with
of
the
the-
lightning lure is targeting the branch and shaking it
Ah,
violently
I
to
see.
make it
Well, you'd have
fall
to,
off.
yeah, you'd have to catch them. Regardless, though, Lucian, your unseen servant grabs it. Have it make a dexterity saving throw.
I was hoping that man's not actually being like real would do that. All right.
No.
What does this thing make saves with? I think it's probably just a 0.
Hey,
Actually,
nerd, I have
let me
a quick
just
question.
ask a simple
well.
question. Is it save for half damage?
Safe for half damage.
Like if it makes the save, is it still taking half? Because that was 1 HP.
Yes. If it saves,
Okay,
it takes half.
no more unseen servant.
My idea
All
then.
right,
Whoa,
your
whoa,
lightning
wait,
lure
wait.
plan's
No,
way
no,
better.
I was gonna say it can pick one of the fruits without. It will still probably die, but
It takes 10 minutes per servant. The lightning lure is just
Get
better.
the owl.
the lightning lure does have the chance of the fruit of failing. Is the only thing.
You guys would have to be standing able and ready to catch it.
You'd be rolling to catch fruits, and if you fail, they splatter.
I don't really have a problem with that. It's better than spending like
Alright,
an
then.
hour out here picking fruit.
Because I wanted to do this anyways, this is how much damage you would have taken.
Ow.
Oh, that's literally just a lightning bolt. Cool.
I would
Yeah.
have died.
I would have damn near died.
I have 25 HP.
Well, now,
you would have been
I could have uncanny
unconscious, it's
dodged it for
fine.
half, but
now,
still.
as long as we
15
get
not
one of
the
these, as long as we get one of these, then that
How
means
high up
that,
is it?
fucking as long as we get one of these, then that means that I can spend my entire round setting up different damage types, and my
Alright,
weapon can do like
what do
5
you-
types of damage.
What do
I
you
have-
want
You are
them
going
to?
to deal
Yeah,
every type of damage
just,
in the game by the time we're done.
I'll say every time you cast a spell, you don't have to roll anything, but the group, whoever wants to catch the fruit, make
Yeah.
a dexterity check.
I have a quick question for an idea.
Oh my god.
First of all, how high up is the fruit?
30 feet.
Okay, yeah, no, that nullifies both my ideas.
Tragic.
Tragic. Now
Just-
start catching
Yeah.
fruit.
So what was the roll for it?
Dex check.
Check.
You remember that game when you were a kid? Where you
Yeah.
press the arrow keys and you're collecting the fruit? That's
The
what you're
Chuck
doing
E.
right now.
Cheese apple collecting game.
All right. How about a yeet?
That sucked.
First fruit splatters, you can try and catch. There's 2 more fruits you can try and catch. So
This is like the
You
fucking
can make 2 more if you wish.
flower
I
sack
have a
mini
plus
game on
6 to
Club
my
Penguin.
fucking-
You want me to do the click the thing again just
Oh,
because?
that's for that one.
there are 3 fruits as long as Cinder is willing to cast lightning.
Does
lure.
anybody have more than a +3 to their dex check?
Fuck no.
Oh,
You're the best for the job.
I was afraid of that.
You
You
rolled
are
2
the
nat
Dex
20s
case.
this session.
3.
You saved a party member. First one splatter, or second one splatters. One more.
Oh my god.
Oh, never mind.
Can I take one of the seeds at the very fucking
We
least?
got one. Yay.
Did
They're
we
just
get
normal
one?
mango seeds.
Oh.
Uh,
Can
we
anyone
can get
guard
away
me
with
from
one.
electrical damage? Is it just the fruit that's electrified?
No, it's the tree.
Yeah, if you touch the fruit on the tree, it will shock you.
What if I open up my wrist pocket and stuff the fruit inside and then close it?
I will let you make a sleight of hand check to try that. There is still the chance of getting shocked. Are you willing to do that?
Would it still be the 30 damage?
Not 30. That was just a test roll so you could see how much damage you're dealing with.
8d6.
That you still have to make a save to take half of that potentially, so.
Well, on the plus side, my wrist pocket using it gives me advantage on sleight of hand check. So
You
yeah,
want to
I'll
give it
try
a shot? Cool.
Might as well get
Go
one
ahead
out
and
of
make
it.
the check. You safely secure one of the fruits without trouble, swiftly taking it before it shocks you. Now, if you choose to eat this fruit during any time, any day, you will add 1d10 lightning damage on any melee or ranged attack.
I have a follow-up question, quick.
Yes.
If I am to say store fruits and vegetables in the wrist pocket, since that is a non-oxygen environment, would that
That'll
make
be
the
fine.
fruit last longer?
This one, we aren't worried about expiration dates.
Okay. Just wanted to double check.
Alright. With the fruit picked, and your group managing to squeeze out one last success for the day, continuing your journey and heading towards the Terrafolk home of Firefinger to meet with one of your guides and secure yet another victory, or so you hope. We will end session here.